Why does everything have to say, like, Robin hanged himself? Like, why can't they just say he died? Like, it's the most salacious headline they always have to go with.
Rope burn.
All right, that's good with the song. What a good song to start off podcast. Obviously, the big news, is Robin Williams, and everybody has talked about it. Every radio station I've turned on, they talked about it, which they should talk about it because he's an icon.
You've got a picture of yourself with Robin Williams. No doubt you've already tweeted it.
And put it on Facebook. Yep. Last night I saw 10,000 comics with a picture. I met him once. He was standing outside Stand Up New York. And I walked outside and I said, "Where do I know you from?" And he was a nice guy, Well,
that's the recurring theme of every single person, is that he was just a kind and generous individual.
Well, he helped support. He was roommates. That's a famous story, and I forgot it already.
Oh, good. Thanks.
A college roommate with somebody, and they said if either one of us are down in our luck in life, we'll help each other out. Who was it?
Martin Short?
Nah, it was somebody.
Just taking a stab at it.
Okay,
I feel like it was Martin Short.
Here, let me tell you about radio. You don't talk until we introduce you. That's how it works here.
This is your friend, Rich.
I know. Our friend here, Ben Haig.
Just wandering around the halls.
But we're going to get to him. He's a great guest. He's a good friend of mine, and he's got, let me tell you, he fits the whole profile of the show.
Are we going to segue out of?
Well, I'm just saying it's sad.
Sadness, Robin Williams.
Yeah, it's sad. Name your two favorite Robin Williams movies. Your two favorite.
Well, of recent years, it's World's Best Dad.
How good was that?
That was so good. And just dark and weird.
And what's his name? What's his name? Was the
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Bobcat Goldthwait directed it.
Yeah.
It was such a good movie. It was so dark and funny, and also. The World According to Garp had to be, to me.
But that's another thing about Robin, is that he did that movie probably as a favor to Bobcat. They're probably friends.
Yeah.
I'm just speculating. But, that was a small movie for him to do.
Yeah, but he was great. He probably wanted to do it because the part was so good.
Right.
And the kid was, did you see the movie? It's so dark and good. There's a lot of movies like that.
And then my number two is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes.
I don't know why. I just like movies like that. They're so funny. Birdcage was good too. I like those kind of funny movies.
Birdcage is up there. That movie was, Nathan Lane was great in that movie, and so was Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria was great.
They're going to say Hangman, like you were already giving him a moniker. I was it's too early.
No. Too soon, Rich. Too soon.
There's no
cold yet.
Sorry. We're still mourning.
No, I'm not. Any comics I made jokes last night, don't try to be fucking edgy and look at me. I'm making, that's what he would have, you know what I mean? The dude has a family, he has a wife, he has kids, they got to read this shit, and that's what pisses me off, It's sad when anybody does that because
Because clearly it's mental illness, yeah. Like yes. His life, I think everybody would agree. I don't know his personal life, but he was obviously an Academy Award winner. He had a lot of money.
Beloved, money, family. A lot of people you hear saying, "Oh, what the hell could have been going on?" You don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
When I had the worst anxiety I've ever had, when I was 21, when I put myself in a hospital. When I was 21 and I had anxiety. They didn't know what it was. They just thought you were crazy.
Right, because this was, what was this, 1892?
It was a long fucking time ago, yeah.
It's during Prohibition. There was a lot of things to be anxious
women had the right to vote. I know that.
So, okay, and then I got it when I was 40. I was I was living by myself in an apartment on the 3rd floor. I was not only major anxiety, depressed. I'm living in this place. I'm 40. My kids are now in school. I don't watch them in the day. My ex-wife.
When you were 40, they didn't know what anxiety was?
No, when I was, the first time I got it. The first time when I was 21.
Okay, gotcha.
I got anxiety. I thought I was losing my mind. I said to my friends, my roommates, I was going crazy, and they go, he needs a vacation. And I've told the story. They drove me to Florida. And then we got there, and I go, let's go home. And we went home the next day. We drove all the way to Miami. I was freaking out on medication. And then I put myself in the hospital. And then I got it again when I was 40, really bad. And I was sitting in bed at night, and I wasn't contemplating suicide. I was going, I got to go into
So you're divorced, you don't live with your kids, you see them all the time, but
they're in school now, because I was watching them every day.
Right, but now,
so
but
my
I'm just
days
saying,
were full.
I'm just picture, you're by yourself in this third-story apartment.
Yeah.
I just love how you have the same reaction thinking your life is like in a place you don't want it to be, as if you just made a bogey on the golf course. You freak out the exact same for as long as I've known you.
Right. No, he has the
sucking down the Nicorette gum on the golf course, freaking out.
Well, that's a triple, not a bogey. Okay, so and we're getting calls already. This is unbelievable. And we haven't even given out the number. The number to call in is 866-969-1969. That's 866-969-1969. Sirius 206 XM 103. This is also on demand. Comes on, I think, on a weekend on demand. So anyhow, and let me get through this quick. When I was 40 with major anxiety. I mean, I go, well, I got to put myself in a hospital, or I got to quit comedy, but it passed. So now depression, I don't know. I mean, I get depressed. You cannot not get depressed in this business. How could you not get depressed as a comic? But when you have everything, we get depressed because of the business. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We get depressed because of the business. Now, other depression, who knows? You know what I mean? I don't get that. I don't know if you get it. Other depression besides this.
I get depression that doesn't have anything to do with anything. I mean, it doesn't seem to have any outside forces.
I mean, it's just
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ben, but you're really not important. Okay, what we're talking.
You could call her a bitch. No one likes
the obvious, Rich. Come on now, I'm above that.
So I'm just saying, I don't know what these people do.
You remember what my album's going to be called?
Yes,
Cunty McFarlane.
Cunty McFarlane.
That's platinum.
That'll go platinum.
They don't even have to listen to it. They're just going to buy it because of the name. All right. We'll take one call, and then we'll introduce our guest and give a little background on our friend Ben. Let's see. Recently lost my wife in a fire. I want to talk to these guys about. Oh, I can't take that first.
Go to Jason. I think it's our friend Jason Nash who calls him.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, he recently lost his wife in a fire. Hold on. Hello, is this Jason?
Hey guys, Jason.
How you doing?
Why do you come up with these?
I couldn't think of anything to get past the screener. I thought now's what came to my head.
You don't have to get past the screener. I don't know if you think it's some kind of skill testing situation. You just have to go, I want to talk to him.
Yeah.
I got to say hi.
He goes, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
That's it. But that's bad karma to say I lost somebody in a fire.
It depends. Maybe he doesn't like his wife. So.
No, he said his mother.
I love my wife. I couldn't think of anything. That was what came to my head.
But you made a movie about your married life, didn't you?
Yeah, I made a movie about it, and it's funny you bring it up, Bonnie.
Let's get to it.
Yeah. Where is it screening? What time is and the title of the movie?
Title of the movie is Jason Nash is Married, and it's at the Bell House in Brooklyn tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
Is it free tickets, or is it?
It's $8, but if somebody wants to email me, I can try to put them on the list. Jason Nash Fine.
You could try to put them on the list?
Wait, you just cut off his email.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't hear.
Jason Nash Fine at Gmail, and I'll try to put a couple of My Wife Hates Me fans on the list, just because I'm such a big fan of the show, and I feel a kinship with Bonnie. We're first-time directors.
We had a classic. Do you know this about Jason and I? We did not like each other,
but you ended up fucking him.
No.
Oh.
No.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yes, but
he's tall, isn't he? Blonde.
Sounds handsome.
We were on a TV show together where he was playing a character but instigating me.
Yeah.
And I got mad.
And I said women aren't funny in character, and obviously I do think women are funny. She got really mad.
I didn't get mad in a way but I was about to go on and do stand-up on a TV show, so I just left the green room because you were being kind of abusive as that character.
Yeah, but you're a comic. How do you not get it?
It's not that I didn't get it. I tried to be funny back a little bit, but there was no, this guy was in character. He was like, what character were you playing? A gym teacher?
I was
a guy that has
a Boston gym coach.
A Boston gym
my
coach.
My racist Boston gym coach that I used to have and used to talk and make fun of the Indian kid.
So it was funny when he did it on the show, but backstage I was just trying to prepare my material and stuff.
And Bonnie's right. I was trying to do like an Andy Kaufman thing, and it wasn't fair to her, really. I was young and stupid. I didn't know what I was doing.
But we made up before I went on. Is that true?
Oh my God, yeah. So then I'm finally like really going after her, and she just leans over and kisses me, and it was. I don't know what to say about it, Rich. I respect you a lot.
Wait. I kind of bailed out of this story a long time ago.
Totally checked out.
I checked out. I was reading the board to see
the only way I could get him to stop.
I was going to take next, and then I hear she kissed me. Why did you make kiss him?
I didn't know how to make it stop.
Wait, you made out with him?
I mean, I wouldn't call it a makeout.
But he's married.
It was a makeout.
No, guys are so weird. I mean, it wasn't a makeout.
It's a defense mechanism.
It was like to be silly.
They strung it through the whole episode. Jimmy Pardo hosted it.
Yeah.
Bonnie did stand-up. I did a character. And in between, it's me and Bonnie going at it till finally the last segment, she makes out with me. And it was good TV. I mean,
because they had cameras in the green room. See?
Did you get hard when she was making out with you?
I didn't get hard, but I gotta say, she's something else, Rich. I mean, she's.
I don't know.
What did he say?
Something else. You are just something else.
I thought he said she sells mouth.
Well, because
she sells mouth, Rich. I didn't know if that was a saying.
The reason I'm asking, because I haven't kissed her in years, so I want to know how she still kisses.
This was way before I met you.
Oh, I thought this was a TV show you did.
No, not when we were married. No, that was a situation where we were just both. Well, actually, Jason, you were on the show, and I was a writer on the show. But Jason was also a writer on that show.
Somebody's flustered.
I didn't want him to think I'm making out with people as a joke while we're married. That never happened.
Oh, you made out with him before we got married?
First of all, I would just like to clarify that I don't consider it a makeout to me is like.
I promise you.
Rich, she was selling mouth. Bottom line. Selling mouth.
First of all, every time I met Jason, he's a nice guy. And it doesn't matter because we were married, but I promise you Bonnie banged him. I know Bonnie.
Rich, not at all.
I banged a lot
We never even went on a date or anything. Like, it never went beyond that.
Listen, Jason, all you had to do was say she was funny, and you could have fucked her.
But he never said that. He said women aren't funny.
Oh, you dummy.
Oh, you idiot.
All you had to do is say she's funny, drop a load, and then get in your car and go, you know what I mean?
I'm your wife.
I'm talking about before we were married, not now.
Oh, my God. Though,
when you were Cunty McFarlane, way back. Way back.
Huh? All right, listen, before we hang up,
one more time.
Two more things. Your plugs one more time, and then we need from you two of the most overrated comics in your opinion.
In your opinion.
Oh, come on.
You don't have to do it.
Okay, or two of the most underrated.
Underrated? Bonnie McFarlane, Rich Voss.
Thank you.
I knew it.
I know. Okay.
This guy is. You live in L.A. and it fucking shows.
I know, buddy. L.A. They have no.
I'm so scared.
I have to think about it. For it.
No, you're right.
Yeah. No, I don't want you to burn any bridges. We don't want you to burn any bridges.
Things are going very well. Very well right now.
All right. Well,
so tomorrow, Bell House, Brooklyn, $8 or at jasonnashfine@gmail.com.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
is that why you titled the movie? Because I said women aren't funny?
It's all because of it. It goes. I might have written the initial article because of that.
All right.
I'm not sure.
Can you fucking get rid of him?
Okay, thanks for calling. I have to make out with him to make him stop.
I'll talk to you later. All right. He's really a good guy. All right, let's introduce. Here's the deal. We weren't going to have a guest tonight, then we were and we weren't, and I saw my friend in the hall, Ben Haig. Ben, who I first met, he tweeted me, let's play golf. He was still, no. We met.
Oh, God, here's another story where Bonnie hates everyone the first time she meets them.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, we were working at Catch a Rising Star in Rhode Island.
Our friend Jacqueline Novak was the MC. She drove so far every night to do. Well, actually, somebody didn't show up as the MC, so she ended up being the MC.
For $25, they never sent her.
They never paid her.
Yeah, the place is closed down now because of that, so there you go.
They're closed.
Well, also, we were drinking, and then they gave us the drinks. for free, remember? Yeah. And then they handed her a bill at the end of the night.
And she was the host.
Yeah, and never got paid.
Okay, so Ben, what happened? Ben came in.
At some point during this thing, and you knew Jacqueline. Did you know her before?
I did know Jacqueline, yeah. But that was sort of a home club for me, I guess, at the time.
And you walked in like it was your home club. And didn't ask me, didn't ask you, can I do a guest spot? Just came in and in the green room, cruised into the green room, and said, I can't even believe you're the same person, actually, because you seemed so, like...
Confident, cocky.
Yes, like the world. Maybe the world has crashed down on you a little bit or something.
Back then I was on a hot streak.
But you go. I'm only gonna do a couple minutes because I got another set I gotta get to. Like anybody was begging you to stick around.
Oh, what an asshole I was. Ugh.
And we didn't watch him, did we?
He didn't even talk to me. He could have cared less.
I said hello. I know I said hello.
Did he talk to me?
I stayed and watched because you went up on stage with the baby. And
I did not go up on stage with a baby.
No, you had. Rich was on stage. Wrong. All right.
Thank you.
Rich. Sorry, it's like 8 years ago.
I was breastfeeding back then while I did my stand-up comedy routine.
And you were in the back of the room with the baby after you did your set, and you two had a dialogue going on stage, which was funny. So I stayed. Question
number
I thought you had another set. You had to run off too.
I was probably closing the second
I'd
show.
normally be doing 20 minutes here up front, but I run out.
Okay, so then you started tweeting me or emailing me.
I tweeted you once that we should play golf.
Yeah, and I didn't remember you from there. I just figured you were just some dude. We ended up playing. We had a good. What did we play in Jersey?
What do you do? Look at his picture and
I think
you just with strangers. You're gonna go golfing.
Did we play I was at Princeton.
I was at Princeton, and you
took you to Yasa Polana.
No, I drove to Neshannock to meet you.
Okay, so
I knew I was going to be in your neck of the woods, and I said, "Hey,
so
man,
we played, and then this dude is so fucking good in golf. I mean, there's like a couple comics I play with that are beyond, like this guy Court McCarran from L.A. And you and Dunkelman's not bad. Dunkelman used to be the co-host on American Idol.
Yeah,
the first season.
With Seacrest, right?
Was Seacrest, and then he got fired or quit. And I love playing with
Originally,
Dunkelman.
the Seacrest out. He was always just pointing to Dunkelman. Yeah. He's a Seacrest and then out.
Yeah, and I love playing with Dunkelman because he was more miserable than me. I mean, he was on Idol.
Impossible. Impossible.
So then I played with Ben, and he's just a great
How come it says
cover.
Jason is still on the thing? You didn't let him go.
I did.
You didn't make out with him.
I got rid of him. Yeah, he's gone.
Okay, so what happens? Dunkelman.
Started playing golf, and we did some gigs together. But this guy shows me pictures, and he bangs the hottest girls on the road when he's single, if he doesn't have a girlfriend.
Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend now?
Not right now. No.
So you're banging hot girls?
They're like 10. They're 10s and 12.
I don't get it. How you do that.
He's
I mean, girls.
looking.
First of all,
wait, tell the truth.
I never was attracted to attractive guys. So, I mean, there you go. That's
you don't think he's good looking?
Was that a compliment? I'll take it as a compliment.
It's not.
Like he's like a good looking guy.
Hang on, let me show you my fancy haircut that I've been really working on for a while. It's
he looks like he could be on TV, right? Definitely.
Yeah, but there's a lot of dudes on TV that aren't.
He's an MTV. He's got a good look.
I'm average looking. It's a mix between manipulation and confidence that I've found a way to weave that into a decent sex life.
Just fucking. Now you.
Well, what do you say? What's your game? Like, what do you say?
I
to the
don't even
ladies?
know. I just let it. Usually, it's booze. It's a lot of booze.
That's cheating.
It is cheating.
You know that?
No, usually I am under the influence of booze to give me that confidence.
Oh.
Well,
I often throw in something sexual, like right off the bat. I'll be like, "I bet you like your hair pulled," and I often do it in that deep, raspy, creepy voice. And then and they almost always, at least I notice it. And then they usually go, "How'd you know that?" And then it's floodgates open.
Oh, it's grossing me out
it grosses,
hear him.
Bonnie, it grosses me out, trust me, to realize this is the person I've become.
But look, if they were porkers, I wouldn't mind. But these girls are. Do you have any pictures?
What? I don't need to. I know what a hot girl looks like.
She knows
all
what a hot
right?
girl looks
Jesus.
No, but I mean, I'm not talking like.
Oh my God, I don't care.
Well, guess I'm not posting this on my Facebook for my mom to listen to.
I'm all of a sudden supposed to be like, oh, great. So you bang hot girls?
Yeah, and it's another reason.
How amazing.
We were talking about depression earlier. It's another reason I'm chronically depressed.
All right, so hold on.
You're chronically depressed?
No, but I go through moods where I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And it's always either career or running around
How
sexually.
old are you?
32.
Yeah, at some point you got to find.
I gotta stop doing this. It's not cool anymore.
Well, because what it is, it's almost like it's like masturbation. Because after you bust a nut, you want them out of the room completely.
Yes.
You want them out of your life, don't you?
Out of the tent, whatever.
No, I mean, do you really like want to stay?
Not
do you
always.
Want them?
No, sometimes it depends. It depends if we have some sort of a connection. But I realized I had a girlfriend that was amazing, and I realized. Somebody said, why did you not marry this girl? She's perfect. She's great. She's beautiful. Everything. I go, the only thing on the planet that I love more than this girl is chasing other girls. That's the only thing. And I was like, fuck, this sucks. That's gonna stay with me forever.
Yeah, but it's gonna run its course. You're gonna get tired.
I hope so.
It's kind of like anything, drugs, alcohol.
Yep.
It gets to a point where you're like, oh, this isn't filling the emptiness what you're trying to fill.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, of course. No, I know. The thing with me is I one day want to have kids. I want to have a wife. So to know
it's hard
to have that,
it's hard when
I
you're
gotta
in
get
the
rid
middle
of this
act.
man.
It's hard. All right, Bonnie, who should we pick up? Who do you want to take? Because I'm getting Rich. How do you pick up chicks?
Go ahead. That's
right.
Exactly what he's talking about. You got your pickup expert here.
All right, Jared from Texas.
Oh, brother.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I heard that shit. Oh, this is too hilarious.
What?
Hi there, guys.
Hi.
All right. What's too hilarious?
Oh, no, just that you didn't want to pick this phone call up, and I don't blame you. It's a fucking bus. But, hey, I'm glad you did it anyway. Holy shit.
I was instrumental in having this phone call picked up.
Thank you, Bobby. Yeah.
So, what do you do for a living, dude?
Really? Me? Well, I'm a security guard.
You're a security guard, but you're single or you're with a girl?
I'm single. I'll be honest. I haven't had shit. I'm 22 years old. The only lover I know is my right hand.
Oh, okay. So Ben here gets women all the time, and he's nothing to look at. So you must have some tips for this guy.
Do you lack confidence, man, or you're a confident guy?
I guess I'm like Jason. I have like depression. I go through shit, so I can be confident, but it's more like more like I'm just frustrated, anger, or whatever.
Does that come out in your dating life, or when you're talking to a girl? Does that come out? Do you vent? It's not girls.
Well,
girls don't like the guy to vent, right?
It's no, but it's probably frustrating to keep going down this road and not getting anywhere with it.
But how does it?
How can you turn it from just a conversation into having sex with someone?
But why does a 22-year-old guy have such anger? I mean,
because
you what? You want me to spill my fucking life story on satellite radio?
No,
we got nothing better to do.
No, I mean, if you could do it in 3 minutes, if it's good radio, keep going with it.
Okay, fine. Well, I just I've never had any friends. I've always been kind of like a loner.
You don't laugh at someone when they're telling you his life story.
Wait,
I'm sorry. What's your name again?
You never had any friends?
Jared,
like that Subway guy.
But Jared, you seem like a likable, fun guy. How could you not have friends?
I guess I'm just really reserved. I do have friends, but honestly,
you seem the opposite of reserved.
Yeah, you're really not coming across that way. But maybe it's because we're anonymous to some degree. Or you're anonymous.
No, you guys aren't anonymous. I'm the anonymous caller. I'm just some jack-off calling in.
Well, it's debatable.
Well, you know what? I don't get how in 22 years you have to have you have to have like a friend who's another guy that doesn't have friends. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah, I kind of had like in high school, but I ditched that fat ass after I broke his nose.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well, you're violent too.
Do you go out, man? Do you socialize?
No,
do you get out?
I told you I'm angry, but no, I don't get into fights. That was like 3 years ago. That was the last time I ever fought anyone.
And what did he do?
Well, we used to work at FedEx together. We used to ship out boxes and shit, take out the packages.
We get what FedEx is.
Okay. Well,
do they do delivery as well, or is it just
Ben? Sorry about Ben. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, anyways, a pack of boxes fell on me, and this guy, he was just a real douchebag. And he laughed. He laughed after a whole stack of this boxes fell on me. So
were they empty boxes? Wait. Were they empty boxes or full things?
No, they're fucking full. It's at FedEx.
Well, I didn't know. Maybe there's some empty boxes there.
Yeah, people aren't shipping empty boxes at FedEx.
No, I didn't say they were shipping. They're getting ready to ship.
It's not like a fucking one of those box stores. It's FedEx. They're full of boxes on crates.
Well, if a bunch of boxes fell on somebody, that would hurt.
Well, yeah, but how could you not laugh at that? I mean, that's fucking funny.
No, because
if I got hurt and somebody laughed at me, I would get up and punch him in the nose.
Because this motherfucker, he kept. Well, I'm Hispanic. I'm from Texas, so
we know.
He called me he called me a spick and a wetback before.
Oh shit.
Well, you can't be a spick and a wetback because that's two different. It's two different. One's Mexican.
He's getting his.
Thing, boss. It's the same fucking thing.
No.
How was this your one friend, by the way? This was the guy you described as your friend, right?
Well, we were friends, but see, I wasn't working with him before this. He got me the job.
Oh.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he started, I don't know, he felt like he was top shit, so he started calling me a spick in front of other people. I had no problem because, I called him a goat fucker because he was Scottish.
What's his name?
Now we're getting the other side of the story a little bit.
Was his name Anthony? Was it Anthony by any chance? No.
He's like, he's like, we're feeling sorry for him. He's like, I did call him goat fucker a bunch of times, Brian.
Yeah, but goat fucker is not, hold on. Goat fucker is not, that's funny. Hey,
well, if he's Scottish, that could be real.
No, goat
upsetting.
fucker is not a big deal. But when you call somebody a spick or a wetback, then that's like saying, you know what I mean?
Doesn't hurt me.
Huh?
Actually, I don't have any problem with it. I know it doesn't hurt you, Bonnie. Or are you
just kidding. I'm sorry, Jared. Jared, I think you're a great guy. I think you have a fantastic personality. I don't know what's stopping you. You got to just get out there and start talking like this to people.
Yeah.
Well, see, I called in because, I listened to Jim Norton. He was talking to Joe Rogan. And, well, of course he was talking shit about you, boss, but he said that you could pick up women like you were a fisherman.
Back in the day, yeah, I was fucking at the top of my game.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you how this, I know it. I've studied a little bit of old footage, and I think I know what it was. Rich had way more confidence than anyone who looked like that should have. And there's something really sexy about that. There's something sexy about a guy who's overconfident.
Well, I mean,
you looked ridiculous. You had those
I had nice curly hair.
Yeah.
My teeth were a little bad, but I had nice curly hair.
There was something so sexy about the way you carried yourself.
Yeah, ladies go, he's mysterious. There's something I got to find out.
He's got a big cock or something. Like, how come he has so much confidence?
Walk in the room like he's got just a huge hog. Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
You're like, this guy has a yacht or something, That's what you got to do, Jared.
But, Bonnie, you're describing all my fat uncles that I have.
Well, I bet they get laid.
Well, listen.
Yes, well, no, not exactly to the pretty ones, but yeah, I guess you're right.
Here's the thing. You can't start with the pretty ones. You got to have a couple of practice fatties first.
Yes. Yeah. Call DeRosa.
So are you a full virgin, or are you just not? You're in just a slump?
I'm not bullshitting. I am a full virgin.
No, at 22, go buy some pussy. Go buy some.
Well, if anyone's listening and you're in Texas and you run into Jared,
you know what, Jared?
I feel like somebody's gonna throw you one.
Oh, thanks. You give me the typical chick talk, but thank you, Bonnie.
Well, listen, we got to run. Good luck, man. And
good luck,
you seem like a good guy. So what the fuck? Good guys always.
Always finish last. Yes, thank you, Rich.
You'll do fine.
Well, if you finish last, then the girl will come back.
Yes. See you later, man. Did I get rid of him and put him on hold?
No, I think you
cut him right off.
All right. Hey, listen, if you want to call in, 866-969-1969. You know what it is? 22, you don't fucking... I don't know. At 22, we were back then we were 22, though. We had drugs and stuff.
But if he goes up to enough girls and goes, will you have sex with me? One of them will say yes.
Well,
and
but
do
that's
it.
not how you do it. You don't go, well, you have sex
I know,
with me.
but I'm just using
at that
the
point,
worst.
by the time you're 22, I think you do.
No, but I'm saying, like, you could be using the worst pickup lines. It's still, at some point, I mean...
Yes.
Like, he's not trying. That's what I think.
But maybe he's just...
He's not getting out of his car.
I
think you're right. I think he wasn't going out.
He listens to a lot of O&A, clearly. He knows everybody that, you know...
But he sounded like a good personality.
Stop listening to radio. Get out there and
get out there.
Put yourself out there, Jared.
Wipe the crumbs off your clothing and go talk to some girls.
Stand up straight.
And also, too, listen.
Start jingling your yacht keys.
Go into a rest area. Hey, listen, you might meet a dude. What the heck? You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, that's a lot easier. All you got to do is nod your head and nod it towards the car.
Tap your foot underneath the stall.
You know.
So easy.
From experience.
Yes.
Buy a BMW keychain, Jared.
Have you guys ever had sex? Am I the last to know that when he goes golfing, that's what's really going on?
No, we're golfing.
This guy wants to blast the last caller. Why would I do that? I like the last caller. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Bonnie, would you rather have Robin alive and Rich? Really? Come on.
Oh, my God.
Christopher Reeves was his roommate.
Don't you dare make me make those kinds of decisions.
He needs advice on here. Let's go from New Jersey, our
Rich
our
is
home
great,
state.
by the way, with the calls.
Screening the calls? Yeah,
Why?
Phenomenal.
Why? What am I doing wrong?
You're reading
just reading them all out loud.
You pick one and you go with it, and then you lead them into the thing.
Well, because I'm saying what I'm definitely not going with when somebody, so that in the future, these fucking morons won't write something that's stupid if they want to get through.
If they want to blast,
or if they want to get picked up.
They'll keep that a secret.
Like this dude I picked up, Lou, need advice.
I wish you'd stop saying picked up.
What?
You picked up 3 dudes already on the show.
Like...
Okay. So, Lou, can you hear us? What am I saying?
Yes, I can, and it's an honor to speak to you, to tell you all. How's your night going?
Go fuck yourself.
I'm one of your biggest fans.
Fuck, you don't ask me how my night. I'm the fucking host. We ask you. You don't ask me how my night's going.
Stop being so comfortable on the call.
I know, Jesus Christ.
I thought you were honored to meet us.
I know. I answer his
He's
call.
going to take our order next.
I know. I answer his call. All of a sudden, we're on the fucking back 9 at fucking Nishanik.
How's the kids?
Sounds like he's got a glass of scotch. The lights are down low. Where the fuck are you making this call from? A bubble bath? You fucking creep.
He's got an ascot on and a fucking pipe.
All I'm saying is you guys are all my favorite comics, and it's
not Ben though, not Ben.
All right. So anyway, Rich, by the way, congratulations on that hole-in-one a couple weeks ago. That's unbelievable. It's a hard
thank you.
Hard task to do. Anyway, back to my point.
Wait, hold on. A hole-in-one is not a hard task. It's as fucking lucky as anything in life. Okay,
well, he's saying that it's like saying it's tough to win the lottery.
The hard task is not falling apart the rest of the round and having a meltdown.
Can you
what
stop
am I doing
reading
wrong?
your phone? And
I just got a nice fucking text from another radio show in Florida.
But this is the thing, the double standard.
This guy's trying to pour his heart out to you.
Oh, okay, let's go.
He's like
Lou from New Jersey. Thank you for the compliment on the hole-in-one. It was a hard task. You're right.
Yes, well, congratulations.
What part of Wait, hold on. What part of Jersey are you from?
I'm from Morris County, up in Rockaway.
Oh, yeah. That's up by Flanders and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why people always ask, like, where are you from? Like,
because he's from Jersey.
More specific, like, then you go, oh, I know where that is, and then that's it. Like, it's not interesting.
No, like, Lou, if I were to mail you something, what would I put on the envelope?
First of all, Bonnie, let me explain something.
I'm up near the Panther Valley Golf Course.
Okay, yeah. I played there with Kathy, the girl I used to date, the girl with the Indian. I played with her father at Panther Valley. The bed. No, Donna. Here's the deal, Bonnie. The reason I ask him where he's from in Jersey.
I know them all by one thing, like the hairdresser from The View, the one who shit the bed, the one who burned her grandma burned up in a chair.
Listen to me. Listen, stop.
Okay, sorry.
Here's the,
none of your ex-girlfriends are listening to this shit.
Okay, how about Anna, who has a shoe store, who was great. She was a stunt woman.
I thought that was the one that shit the bed.
No, Anna, don't talk about Anna.
You're going to be known as the ex who burned the house down. So fucking stay in line, So stay in line.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
It's an ongoing case that we can't talk about.
Hold on, Lou, 1 second. The reason I ask what part if they're from Jersey, because maybe I have a story from that part of the state.
Oh, and we're all on the edge of our seats.
Do tell, Rich.
Anything from Rockaway, Rich?
Oh, Morristown, you say, Lou. Well, funny enough. Fucking asshole.
Back in 1941.
I had just headlined the Chuckle Hut 1984.
Why does everybody say the Chuckle Hut when they use a bad comedy
I don't know. He's
thing?
a hack.
He's not a hack. He's a boat actor. It's a difference.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So, Lou, what was your, you need advice on what? What do you need?
Okay, here I'll start from the beginning here.
Let's not go. From what grade?
It's not going to take that long.
Okay.
So, all right. I met this girl. All right. So we started dating. We come from two different classes. I come from the middle class, upper middle class in Morris County. She comes from the ultra wealthy.
I hung up on him. It's just getting too boring.
Upper wealthy. Like, how are we going to comment on that? She's very wealthy.
You know what? I feel bad.
I fucked her in her vagina. I found a pearl.
Lou, if Lou's a fan of you guys, then he knows that had to be fine. Fucking hanging up on him.
No, Lou, call back. I'm sorry. If Lou calls back, Eric, put him through.
And give him a ticket to something. Don't we have any giveaways?
Yeah, we never had. This is our fourth week. Shouldn't they give us giveaways to give away?
How about they should be giving us something at this point?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, let's see if Lou's still on the line. Hold on. Lou, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, jeez.
You're such a dum-dum. Oh, my God. You
didn't even know how to hang up on him, probably.
Because you were supposed to hang up on him.
What I did.
Oh, and he called back?
No, maybe I put him on hold.
No, you did. Lou, did you call back or did Rich hang up on?
No, I was just talking to nobody for a while.
Oh, my God. Rich. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to concentrate now. Let's go.
Let's get this. Okay. Let's help this guy out.
We had about 3 month relationship. Everything was going well for like the first 2 months, and then like I said, I come from an upper middle class family, but she comes from massive wealth.
I mean, how massive?
Yeah, give us
Johnson and Johnson type money.
Yeah, no, like Vince McMahon kind of money.
Holy fuck!
Is that
that makes sense? That's right on the cusp of $1 billion.
I don't think I know that marker.
That is such an O&A reference.
McMahon.
They go, oh yeah, it's a wrestler.
No. I'm not fucking around. They like they're friends with the McMahons. They hang out with the Clintons and stuff. Like it was something like I had never seen in my life.
Wow.
Okay.
So, I would always go over to her house and like she would have a butler serve me and things like that. And it was all well and good for the first couple months. And then she all of a sudden, she didn't like the word no. And she had never heard it before in her entire life. So
couldn't you say maybe?
How about not right now?
Okay, so go ahead.
So anyway, but we were. It was going well for the first couple months, and then like to the last month, everything just got so fucked up after everything. She became just a certifiable bitch, and eventually, now my sister had just gotten married a month ago, and she was coming to the wedding, and I was actually fearful that she was going to make some snide remark because, like, my sister,
ooh, what if she made a snide remark at the wedding? Why?
Yeah, but no, I mean.
Wait, hold on. I lost you. I was reading my text from young Ron and Paul from Florida, radio I do in Florida. Go. What happened at the wedding?
Nothing happened at the wedding. I cut it off before the wedding because
he was afraid of a snide remark.
Wait, he was going to marry her?
No. His sister was getting married. Why don't you pay attention?
Okay, I'm sorry. I got fucking ADD.
Loose lips, shinks.
What, you're looking at your phone and stuff?
You're right. I'm putting it away right now. I'm just doing what Opie does. He always looks at his phone. I thought that helps.
He's talented, though.
Yeah,
so
he's
fucking
good.
Relax.
He's
he can do two things at the same time.
You're like hanging up on people. They're just on hold. Come on.
He can do two things at once.
I know. He's been doing it 20 years.
Okay, so let me explain to you what's going on.
I'm sorry. Well, hang on. Don't go anywhere, Lou.
He's what is your wealth
Wait, hold on,
status?
Bonnie. Hold on, Bonnie. Didn't we send for coffee 45 minutes ago?
100 years
How
ago.
do you not have fucking coffee in 45 minutes?
All right.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead, Lou. Let's get this.
No. I'm going to explain to you. He's dating a girl well above his means.
Yeah, Vince McMahon money.
Right. And then at some point he said no to her. We didn't get that. Why? Why did you say no to her?
Well, it's not that I said no to her. I had to break it off. It became too unbearable that, like, I mean, all it was just...
She was just spoiled. She was just a spoiled brat at this point.
Exactly.
She'd never heard the word no.
Right.
So, ever.
Not even in French?
Yeah, but here's the thing, Lou, listen to me real quick. When you have, was she smoking hot? Was she hot?
He just gave you an honest answer, by the way. He goes, she's Italian.
She was a dime. She was a dime.
Oh, dude, you should have hung in
What's
there.
a dime? A 10?
Smoking like perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
A 10 out of what? $1? That's not great.
Bonnie.
I don't think that's good.
No, but here's what I'm saying, Lou. And it's over with now, but this is for the future. But you'll never meet somebody that good at getting your life. When you have someone like that...
This guy's not great. He's
what?
You know, he's giving women numbers.
That's what you're
for their
supposed.
hotness.
I asked him, what is she?
Oh
Was
my
she
God,
hot?
I can't.
Well, what's he gonna say? A daisy?
She was extremely attractive. You know, her skin was porcelain.
Lou, I'm with you. Dime is acceptable.
Okay.
I like dime.
Called her a dime.
Yeah,
she's hot.
You know what that makes me, right? Like I'm like 2 cents.
Yeah, Canadian.
A wooden nickel.
Jesus. I'm a wooden nickel.
A fucking buffalo nickel.
I'm a nickel. I mean, that's too high.
No.
I'm a wooden penny.
But why didn't you stick it out? See, this is what happens. When you stick it out with a girl like that, right? And then you break her down. Like I said this on stage, you find out what fucks with her. You find out her insecurities. You swoop in, and now you're running the show. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
And that's exactly where I went with it. But, so I broke it off about a month ago. And about around this time, like about a week ago, she starts texting me back saying, I miss you. You know, I want to get back together with you and things like that.
I hope you said no and then explained what that meant.
What is
no, but what I'm saying is, like, I mean, the last month, this girl made my life a miserable, absolute hell.
Right.
So now she's starting to call back. She says she misses me and everything like that. Should I get back with her? I mean,
I think we all agree, yes.
Yes.
I mean, should I do it for the money?
Well, look, and here's the thing. Let me just explain something to you right now. You will miss out on that beginning first stages of romantic love. I mean, there's really nothing better. But look, it lasts what? 9 months at the most, and then you're into a marriage anyway that you're going to end up hating the person you're with. We all do, and then so what? You at least getting something out of it.
Might as well hate somebody on a yacht.
Yes.
Listen, yes. Well, let me explain to you what Bonnie. Not McFarlane, Bonnie from Bonnie and Clyde. She said she didn't want to bicker with me tonight or anything negative, but you've been totally negative towards me from the beginning.
I asked you to get off your phone.
I'm off my phone. When you just said you get married and you hate that person.
No, but I mean, obviously, I was being comedic. You're the one who was like, you gotta find a flaw. You're a wooden nickel. So don't act like you've been Mr. High.
He said you were a wooden nickel.
Whatever. You were agreeing and laughing.
No, it was funny.
Okay, well, I was being humorous.
Okay.
All right, Bill Burr? You get that? Comedy.
Oh, now you're going to bring in that fucking...
Stop using your balls card.
Lou, how frivolous is she with the money? I mean, if you got back to her, are you guys constantly vacationing? Is it 5-star dinners? Or do you just know at the end of the line there's a big chunk of change?
Well, no, I mean, she's got the money. I mean, I make a decent living, but it's just like, I mean, it's nothing compared to what she has.
No, so, I mean, if you got back to her, is it instant the two of you were going on these crazy vacations, or is it you're just dating a rich chick that she's
not seeing anything
out of it?
Yeah, the latter. I was dating a rich chick.
You know what? Here's the thing, but you don't want to depend on...
But when you get married, then that's when it all changes,
yeah, but
right?
you don't want to depend on somebody else's money in life.
He doesn't have to. He's got his own. But if you want to get like
$1 billion,
he's doing well. He's comes from a upper middle class. What is your level of wealth?
Jake the Snake.
Level of wealth. I mean, I live in Morris County, so I'm not doing too bad. I mean,
we need something like what you said about what was the wrestler guy?
Don't say Morris County. You could live in Union County and be in Westfield or be in Elizabeth. So don't act like the county makes the. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
No, we don't. We don't know
because you don't know counties.
I didn't understand.
Oh, there's bad neighborhoods everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Don't act like
my income or
no, we don't want your income.
We wanted you to give us like a McMahon sort of thing.
All right, she's worth multi millions.
Does her parents like you? Does her parents like you?
Parents love me.
Then stick with it. because the dad will get you in his business. You know, I saw this movie about this thing with this rich girl, and you know, it falls into that category.
You have a kid, then you don't even need to hang out with the wife.
Yeah, what the hang fuck? Out with the kid. Then they get real dependent when that belly starts growing, and you know, and then you go into business with, you know, the dad will set you up. You're gonna have to work because everybody wants to work.
Let her have an affair first, then you can go off and do what you want.
You know, I don't know. I listen. You're home. Listen, you could be with a hot rich girl right now. Or you could call into some fly-by-night radio show. Okay?
Which man do you want to be?
I don't know. I'm enjoying this conversation right now. So.
Yeah, because it's about you. That's the way these fucking upper-middle-class guys are.
All right. Well, listen, good luck with whatever you do. I don't know which one hangs up on them. Hey, Eric, which one hangs up, the bottom or the top one?
Hey,
bottom.
You guys are doing a
I guess it is, though.
What did he say?
I don't know. He's still talking.
I don't know. I hung up on him.
Thank you. Whatever.
Look, we're running out of callers. Hold on. If you want to call in, 86. Wait, let's do a couple plugs. We got so many plugs coming up. We got to get some plugs in. Where are you at this weekend, Bonnie?
I don't know what that is. I am at McGuire's. I don't know where it is. It's on Long Island.
It's on Long Island. This is yours. It's on Long Island, McGuire's. It's a great comedy club. You're there how many nights?
Friday there's one show, and Saturday there's two shows.
Two shows, Friday and Saturday. I, myself, will be at Uncle Vinny's in Point Pleasant. One show Friday, one Saturday, 9:30 both nights.
Where's the town that mine's in?
McGuire's? It's in Bohemia.
Oh, Bohemia.
Bohemia, Long Island. Okay.
This has got chicken in it.
All right, then I don't know. Give me it. And I'm trying to do plugs, and you. It's like my phone. It's like you're saying about the phone, and you're talking about.
I thought we're going to break.
No, we're not going to break in 10 minutes.
Usually we do plugs before we go to break.
I just wanted to get some out now, real quick, before we take another caller. We got to fill the board. All right.
Our board is full. Remember, the guy told us to always say that. The board is full, people.
Right,
even if it's a lie,
we're never going to be able to clear the board.
So this weekend I'm at Uncle Vinny's. Listen, folks.
This guy sounds like a real asshole, someone said.
We got you can pre-order our movie, Women Aren't Funny, on iTunes right now. Go to Comedy on iTunes, pre-order. Ben, you saw the movie.
In all honesty, hilarious. I loved it. Did I see the final cut?
Yes.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Go see it. Or buy it, rather.
So you can pre-order it on iTunes. It comes out August 26th, and there you have that. Who are we taking now?
Go to the guy who says, I have a thanks for Rich and a congratulations, and then we'll go to the guy who's got a drug addict girlfriend.
Oh, okay. All right. Fontaine. Oh, it's Fontaine. Fontaine's back.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Fontaine. How you been since last week?
I'm good, man. I have a congratulations for you and a thanks. But, hey, Ben, did you take a picture naked with a time bomb in front of your cock?
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Why'd you Google me instantly? That was for a show at Foxwoods years ago.
You're a nut, and that makes me want to go see you, but there's no dates on your site.
I haven't. Literally haven't updated it. Fontaine, where do you live, man?
That way?
No, I wanted you to mean it that way.
It'll be up. I'll update it tomorrow, Fontaine, just for you, buddy.
Okay. Thanks, buddy. Hey, Bonnie, you are as quick and as funny as anybody on the planet, and I won't even say that female shit.
Thank you. I was born a woman.
Hey, Rich.
What's up?
Rich, I have a thanks and a congratulations. The thanks is thank you for allowing me to bring you up at Good Night in Raleigh in November. I take it very seriously. I would never fuck with someone's livelihood, so it's my honor to bring you up, sir. And the congratulations.
Wait. Hold on. Before the congratulations.
Yeah.
Who's? I mean, I don't mind you bringing me up, but who did I say you can do that, or did the club?
You did last week, fucker.
Last week, you said he could bring you up at Good Night.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no problem.
Listen, this guy is he's doing better. I bet he's better than Ben. I can just tell by the way he's talking. So I would say it's fine.
Fontaine. Oh, so Fontaine, you're going to do my intro?
Yeah, and it'll be heartfelt too, not some middle act that just met you 5 minutes before he went on.
Yeah, he'll give you like a little.
Have you ever done stand up before, Fontaine?
I got a few zingers.
What's that?
He knows what he's doing. I can tell. Listen, it's going to be kind of like a toast rather than an intro.
Well, I think on Thursday night we're going to let Fontaine. Okay, so what? Yeah, no problem. Remind me about this because it's November. Now, what's congratulations on?
Yeah, the congratulations, and I'll hang up, by the way. I don't know if you guys have even noticed, and you introduced the show today as a podcast, but while you weren't looking, you guys have turned this podcast into a real fucking radio show, and it's really, really good, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
thanks.
Bye, Dane.
Talk to you later.
That guy's great.
He doesn't know what's going on.
No, Fontaine is. No.
Yeah, how can he think this was good? I mean, come on.
I just figured out Ben is perfect at third mic. He's like fucking perfect at. He's done this before. He did radio in Rhode Island for how long? A year?
2 years.
2 years?
After doing TV. I mean, just Mr. Rhode Island.
But you won it in a contest.
The TV I did. The TV was, yes, why, yeah, who gives a shit?
I do. How do you win a contest and do TV?
They did they made it like American Idol, except instead of singing, you were hosting and doing man on the street stuff and all that jazz.
Oh, it sounds horrifying. And it's just local stuff, right?
It's the exact same format as like Good Day New York, those type of shows.
Here's a good one for Bonnie.
Yeah,
let's go to Scott in New York.
Wait, what about the drug addict?
Oh, wait, where? I caught a girl shooting up, and she's. Oh, hold on. Let's go to this.
Thing.
Oh, yeah, we got to go to this. We got to help this guy. We'll get back to you, Scott, in a second. Hold on. Yeah, Jason, go ahead.
Hey, boss.
What's up?
Yeah, so I met this girl when she was a dancer at a strip club a couple years ago, and we were friends.
Friends. How much money did he drop on his friend?
So go ahead.
No, I never played that game. I refused to.
Oh.
Yeah, but so we got close after she OD'd in December, and I came to the hospital and brought her nice food and stuff, and we've gotten close, and I care about her, but I was of the impression that she had cleaned up her shit, and a couple weeks ago caught her with a needle in the bathroom, and
man, it's so hard because I feel like I've gone through this. It's whatever.
You know what it is. So what's your question? Because here's the thing, and it's hard to help somebody that doesn't want to help themselves, especially after someone ODs and they go back out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you think like that's a bottom that they're gonna learn their lesson or whatever it is.
All you could do is what's your question? No, what's your question first, and then I can give you.
I don't know. Like for example, the other day. I've been wondering where the fuck does she get money from? Because she doesn't do anything. The other day, she introduced me to her older friend, who's like in his 50s or so, and they went off for a ride. And she told me that he just vents to her and he hooks her up with some cash and Klonopin. I don't know. My question is, what the fuck can I do except the fact that she's not trustworthy or. Bolt. I don't know. I guess that's it.
Well, you can't blame yourself for starters.
Addiction. Here's the deal. Any addiction, especially drugs, alcohol. You're very manipulative. You're going to lie. You're going to do whatever it takes to get high and get your drug of choice. Whatever she's doing, it's her disease. She's not. It's not against you if she's lying it's so she could feed her habit. All you could do is say, look, I can get you help. I can go to meetings with you. I could take you to meetings. I could bring you to rehab. You can't get somebody sober. You could offer them help. But after a while, you just have to move on because that's their main goal in life is the drug of choice. You know what I mean? And they'll hurt everybody in their way. And it's not because they're bad people. They're sick people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, if you say, look, why don't we go? It's so you can't get somebody sober unless they really want to. But maybe if she goes to some meetings, take her to some 12-step meetings, maybe she'll hear or see something that might click and go, you know what? Maybe this is the right place. So why don't you look up some 12-step meetings in your area? If heroin's her drug of choice, maybe take her to an NA meeting, a 12-step meeting, and not just one, to a couple.
It's tough because I'm not somebody sober. Like I party, I like to have fun, so I can't exactly say.
Yeah, but it's still there's open meetings. There's meetings. They're called. Just look for open discussion meetings. Go online. look for open discussion, under 12-step, and anybody's allowed to walk in, and you can sit and listen, and she can listen, and she might fucking hear something that'll save her life.
But sometimes it's hard, too, because... like, you're reluctant to bring it up because it usually starts some kind of a fight or whatever.
It's
but
not
also,
his wife or girlfriend, though.
No, I know, but even still, like, if you have a friend that's going through something, that can still be difficult to bring up with them. And also because they deny everything. They're like, no, I'm fine, whatever. And then, I mean, you're kind of stuck in a situation where it's like...
Yeah, I had this situation with a friend that was on his way, doing well with his job, and then next thing you know, it was just spiraling, and like Rich said, he just started hurting kind of everybody in his life, and he personally never wanted to really get clean. And if he doesn't want that, then it's, you can say, let's go to the meetings, let's have an intervention, let's we'll walk you into these places, I can help you. But if you don't want to do it yourself, then
it is a very tragic. It's a really hard thing, I think, and I feel bad for you.
There's a saying in 12-step meetings, which I don't agree. They say, some people die so some can live. I think it's some people live so some don't die. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, there's never a good fucking ending with this. There's never a good ending. And especially when that's your drug of choice, because you know what I mean? I mean, they're all bad endings, but that's a bad fucking ending. So all you can do is try, see what you can do, and then if you can't do anything, you got to move on in life.
You got to move on.
Because you don't want to enable her,
Have you tried to speak to her? Even the fact that you go out and drink and even, I guess, occasionally use drug use, you don't consider yourself an addict, right?
No, I mean, you take one of those stupid quizzes online. Have you ever...
Well, don't go by that.
More than you intend. Yeah, right, yeah.
I mean, have you expressed your feelings to her and let her know that she has people that care about her?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I'm the first guy that she's had in her life who hasn't fucking tried to run her down and make her feel like a piece of shit or fucking smack her around or whatever. So it's a lot of conditioned poor self-esteem.
I would try to, take her to a meeting, take her maybe, counseling or, anything positive. And you don't have to be sober to go to an open discussion meeting. You're not supposed to go in there fucking high or drunk, but go sit in the back and just listen. And she might hear something. And if she doesn't hear it that day, go another day. Go as many days as you can, and then it's almost out of your hands.
Yeah, and she'll at these meetings, she'll see other people that are struggling with the same thing, and she'll realize she's not alone.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I guess you have some expertise. There's no hope that I can ever just have this particular girl who's able to get fucked up here and there, but not go crazy and be fucking shooting dope in the bathroom. And
nope.
Listen, there's not too many social heroin users. It's not a social drug that it's not like, I guess, pot or alcohol where you could, I don't know. I've never been a heroin addict, but I'm pretty sure 8 out of 10, and I'm just making up these statistics, I'm pretty sure 8 out of 10 who do heroin are doing it because they're addicted, not socially. Coke, there's Coke users that can snort Coke socially at a party, have a couple. But if you're shooting dope, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's going to take hold pretty quickly.
Yeah, you're going to cut everything out of your life. My buddy kept relapsing every time. Oh, I'm just going to have a beer or two.
Yeah.
And then we'd find him the next morning. And it's like, you can't even have a beer anymore, man. This is
because one leads to the other, and one doesn't satisfy your addiction. Anyhow, listen, we got to run. What I'm saying is try, don't give up on her. Okay, don't enable her, but don't give up on her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. Thanks, boss.
Good luck.
All right, man.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Yeah.
Ooh,
hey, listen,
that was deep.
I know. I mean, it's such a powerful thing because it affects everybody around you, your family,
I know, because
your friends.
like when you're looking at it from the outside, you're like, that has to be your bottom. Like that has to be, you have to look at that and say, well, there's no way I'm going to get high again. after you almost die. And yet people do all the time.
I went into rehab one night. I tried to get into rehab. I was so fucked up. I smoked an eighth of coke by myself all night, and I thought I was going to lose it. And I went to Fair Oaks, and they wouldn't let me in. I didn't have insurance, which they shouldn't have. And next thing you know, I got so clean. I mean, not clean. I came down. I didn't have that feeling anymore of like complete desperation. And I went out for another 5 months until I finally got clean. Now, he can't get her clean. He could help her and give her guidance and not enable her by giving her a place to stay or giving her money, or whatever. I don't know. People, you don't want to.
I saw this documentary where the guy and the girl were drug addicts, and they told her dad was rich. And they told her dad that they'd quit drugs, but now they didn't go out anymore. So they just needed, he got him an apartment, and they said, we just watch movies and play video games. So the dad would buy them movies and video games, and then they would just go sell it for drugs. Yeah.
My buddy, which you would never expect because he came from such a great family in the great neighborhood. And you're like, how the hell did this happen? He just ruined kind of the lives of everyone around him. But there were times where we'd go out and he'd put everything on his credit card and everybody would pay cash. You go out, split a dinner bill or something, and he'd take all the cash. And me and all my friends sat there one night going, are we that stupid that we just did that? He's leaving with $300 cash now by himself. And sure enough, the next day he'd come stumbling in.
Well, it's a fucking monster.
It's awful, yeah.
It's a monster. Listen, we're going to take a break. Bonnie, this weekend, McGuire's Friday and Saturday. I'll be at Uncle Vinny's Friday and Saturday. Pre-order Women Aren't Funny on iTunes. We'll be back in a few. You know what I realized? Hello. You should not wolf down a Caesar wrap during breaking like four. That's no way to eat.
That has to be stuck in your chest. I was watching you.
It's right here.
It looked like it was going down like nails. The way
I know, and I'm like my stupid addictive personality. I couldn't eat half and save half for after the show.
Oh my God!
Sorry,
Bonnie elegantly ate hers while we were on air. You wolf yours down on break, and you're still fucking disgusting.
Oh my God.
Sorry, and yeah, because it's all back in it, but it was good. I don't know what you ate. What did you eat? What was that?
I don't fucking know. I mean, honestly, I asked for a Caesar wrap, and it was like, I don't know what that was.
I thought I saw balsamic from over here on yours.
No, there was cheddar in it. There was kale. I don't know.
Now, Ben also, as a comic and actor, he just made a movie.
Did you just call him an actor?
He's an actor, too, because he made a movie and he acted in it. He's an actor.
Oh, yeah. So you directed it and acted in it?
I wrote it and acted in it.
And he got fucking people. He got people to fund it.
How'd you get people to fund it?
We attach it to a good cause, which is it's actually a drama, so it's not a comedy, and it's revolving around soldiers and stuff, and kind of 2 soldiers out in Afghanistan now. We're attaching it to a charity, Operation Stand Down. So it was. But
it's not a documentary.
It's not a documentary.
So you play one of the soldiers?
Story. I do, and it's basically the story.
Is that why you have all the camo?
Well, my buddy that fought in Afghanistan. Well, the camo shorts are just by coincidence. The hat my buddy gave me at the completion of the film, he was actually out in Afghanistan. He said, "Hey, there you go, man.
That's a nice hat."
So I've been wearing it. Yeah, I like it.
So
Fits
now,
well.
and you had real helicopter, fighter helicopters in the movie.
I don't know how it was with the project you guys did, but at any point
we didn't have any helicopters.
At any point did you feel like we felt like since the beginning that like it was almost like a destined project where shit just kept falling in our lap. Like we started to get some decent money raised. The helicopters we got permits to film on this location, and it just happened to be the one day out of the month where they train the National Guard there. And there were helicopters there, and we had a military consultant on set, and he knew the guys flying the helicopters. And I probably shouldn't be saying this, but the guy's like, fuck it, I'll do a couple runs for you guys, and just have your cameras ready, and we had a scene with the helicopter that was, you could hear the helicopter but not see it, because we never thought we could get one, and there he was.
Wow, that's amazing.
Little things like that just continue to... Even the place we want to premiere it in, or screen it rather, back in Newport, Rhode Island, where I'm from, the exact date we wanted happened to be open, and we knew somebody on the board, and we're getting a good rate for the theater. Like, even little things, whether it was financially or stuff like the helicopter, just kind of kept falling in our lap.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the premise of the movie is, but obviously it's...
Two soldiers, they get lost from their team, and obviously they kind of go through some shit trying to get back to the spot they're supposed to get picked up in.
But
they come into contact.
What's the title?
Getting Home. Oh. GettingHomeTheMovie.com.
That's fucking cool.
That's great. It is so hard to do, so congratulations.
Thanks. It was the learning experience, as I'm sure you guys went through as well, is like... I learned so much in the last 4 months doing this, which was amazing. And we've been really fortunate to have real soldiers and stuff donate some home videos. So we have, it talks about the soldiers' families left at home, too. It's not just two guys going out to Afghanistan. It's their wives, their kids, their parents are worried about them, and when they're out there.
It's great because
we're trying to tie it all in.
It's a subject that nobody's really ever touched on.
Okay, so wait, let's just break it down for 1 minute. So you wrote the script. How long did it take you to write the script?
It's a longer short script. It's running about 35 minutes.
Oh, okay.
The general idea and whatnot I wrote in about a week, and then I probably spent 2 months editing and fine-tuning and touching it up.
And then you gave it to someone?
My agent was able to hook up with a young aspiring director who kind of wanted to do,
looking for a project.
There wasn't enough money to really give anybody with a name out there. So this was a young director that wanted to take on the challenge of doing an action film and stuff like that. Cause, in the indie world, there's not many. Most indie films are two people sitting in a coffee shop fucking talking.
Right.
Where we were going to blow shit up.
And did you like the director?
Loved him. We're really close.
Is that from New York?
He's from London, actually, but he
what's his name?
Went to New York Film Academy. Charles Pass.
Love him.
Charles Pass, great, yeah.
Fantastic.
He's actually was a personal assistant for the guy who did all the Bourne movies.
Oh, those fucking movies are
all the Bourne.
How fucking good are those movies?
Yeah,
I'm surprised those movies were never up for an Oscar. Any one of them, and they were all.
They won little
movies.
Stuff, I think, like special
Frank's
effects
Award.
Yes, shit like that.
Now, when you said, it's funny, like when you said things fell into your lap. For us, not money, we financed it, but what fell into our lap was we got better comics as we went along. When we got Rock or Joan Rivers or Wanda or Sarah, we're going, look what
which when you first started, you may not have known that was going to happen.
No, I didn't even think we were really sure it was going to be a feature.
Yeah, you probably thought, we'll get a few guys at the cellar, but then, like you said, somebody like Rock does it, and then, all right, now...
Dane did it, And I mean, and all these people, Rosie, and then, just... Yeah, and then, when you say, well, this person's in it, that person's in it, they're going to go, well, what the fuck, I'll do it.
Of course.
If we kept going, I mean, believe me, we would have went, we could have really...
Taken 10 or 15 years to make it.
Yeah, I know. And we did want, and I got close to her, but not, we wanted Carol Burnett, obviously. And I was doing Joy Behar's show, and Carol Burnett was taping the show before me.
You had Joy in it, right? If I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, she's great.
She was good. Susie Essman, but we would have loved to get Carol Burnett.
Remember Joy, though, when I went to sit down to interview her, she goes, oh, I thought Rich was interviewing me. Like, she was like a little upset.
Well, because I'm more likable. You rub people the wrong way.
Bonnie, that confidence. Remember, he walks in like he's got the biggest dick in the room.
Right.
Women are drawn to it.
Women love that.
Who are you going to go with?
Rosie O'Donnell I interviewed, and she told me the reason she was doing it was because Rich was always nice to her. She's literally the only person on the planet that has like a good memory of you.
I think she mixed me up with another person.
It's so funny though. She was like, he was one of the good ones. I was like, I didn't want to argue with her while I was starting the interview.
So at the end of it, did it exceed all your expectations? I mean, all the people you got and everything?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, you could always want to look at, if we could have got Tina Fey, we would have, if we could have got, Ellen but who we got, it was great. Bonnie took 60 hours of interviews and turned it into a movie. I helped a little but she really
87
did
minutes. I whittled it down to 87.
60 hours to 87 and put a story. You saw it. So a doc is so different than a feature film, because a feature film, the scenes, Are you okay?
Just keep going. This is radio, Rich.
That's
just
why
keep
you
going.
might have a job.
I have a cough button.
That's why I'm not running over there to help her. Thanks for calling the Rich and Ben show, everybody.
Jesus.
So, it's different.
My Friend Hates Me.
You got to turn it into a story, which she did. She's brilliant. Anyhow, so you got that movie coming out.
So now what's going to happen with it? What do you do?
Our big thing would probably be for festivals. We've obviously kind of missed this year of festivals, but we're going to tinker with it. We're going to screen it in front of family and friends and whatnot, see what they think, take a little bit of their advice, and then do the whole festival circuit.
No, listen to me, fuckface.
All right,
you don't want to go with family and friends because they'll never tell you the truth because they're family and friends.
Well, fuck them. Then we'll just make our own artistic opinion of what we have and go from there.
Do you agree with that?
Well, I think that you should only show things to people that might actually be able to help you.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
We can't really do the premiere, though. I know you guys did festivals, right?
We did 4 festivals.
You got to be careful.
But we didn't show it to people like in screenings where then we went and like figured out like,
Yeah, you're
edit it now
right.
back in this. We did give it to some people that gave us very good advice.
Yes.
And then we made changes based on those. I mean, one guy really.
Well, this guy. He's been working with documentaries for years, so we took his advice and it turned our movie around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I spoke with somebody that I showed it to, one of the rough cuts, Mark Riccadonna, who's a comic. I don't know if you guys know Mark.
Great guy, nice guy.
And Mark loved it and said, man, this could be something great. You could go down to bases. You could, turn this into something for the USO stuff. I mean, in all honesty, the only reason I wrote this thing.
Did you show it to any other comics that nobody knows?
I showed it to one guy. Before you get upset, and why don't you show it to me?
I showed it to Bobby Collins.
Mark knows.
And I also.
Mark is close with the visual effects guy that might have been able to help us, you fucking asshole.
I showed it to Vinny Brand.
Vinny loved it. He might middle the movie.
I'm going to put it on right after the phone calls.
We're big fans of Riccadonna. He's a good guy.
He has a friend that does visual effects, and he said
he has a friend that does
a very very close friend that does visual effects. We have visual effects in our movie. Fucker.
And he told it.
He watched it with his buddy.
He watched it via FaceTime with his friend.
We've lasted an hour without you two ganging up on me. That's very impressive.
One of my friends that saw the movie has a cousin whose mailman delivers to Coppola.
Beautiful.
I think you should let me watch the movie. My mother worked as a secretary many years.
My Uncle Barry was a gaffer.
I don't know if you know this, but my ex-husband was a carpenter on a lot of sets.
He met a lot of people.
You should. My cousin is a casting director in Miami, so you should really think about letting me.
My uncle was a waiter in a restaurant Peter Falk walked into once. Could he be of any help to you?
Okay, let's go to the phones.
All right, let's see what we got.
Enough time on this guy.
I know. Do you have any Vans?
Were you going to go to the thing about the joke rating?
Yeah, where is it?
This is the kind of show I want to do.
Here, this guy says Robin Williams has made a huge impact on every comic's life. Hey, Paul from New York, go ahead. You're on the air.
That other guy was waiting for so long.
What other guy? Hold on, shut up, Paul. What other guy?
Just let it go now. Let it go now.
We'll be back to you in a second, Scott. What's up, Paul?
You remember you said hello to Scott and then put him on hold again?
Oh, my God.
Did you just say, oh, my God?
Oh, my God, the pain that you put me through. Hi, sweetie. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I love the show. Every week you just tear it up.
I always think like the people who like the show must be on the wrong medication.
But by the way, I have to qualify. I'm on 5 Percocet right now and two 3 fucking bottles of beer. So
you're perfect.
Yes, I'm in the right place right now.
So what did you want to say?
You wanted to say that talk about Robin.
Yeah, no, I wanted to get your guy. Of course, everyone's reacting in the entire planet now to the big suicide over here by Robin Williams. But as a comedian and a comedian's wife, and also a female comedian, all the qualifications there. Your reaction to actually, the big thing is there's on social media today a lot of debate about depression, and I've seen some people saying hey, this guy killed himself. And on the other side, some people are they're taking the clinical, like, hey, this is a serious disease, and he should not be held.
Did he talk to you the night before?
God, Rich, that is so awful.
You want to kill yourself now after like 5 minutes?
Oh my God.
I want to kill myself. I've listened to you for 25 seconds. Jesus Christ.
I know.
I don't know what the debate is. Some people are saying he killed himself, and other people are saying the depression, the disease killed him.
Yes, some people are saying he is accountable.
Well, I think it's, obviously he wasn't he was a crazy guy, like, comedically, but he was pretty sane. So the fact that he has children and he felt he had to take his own life just sort of speaks to how powerful the disease of depression really is.
Loving wife. I mean, the wife was in shock. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he tried to get help. He went to rehab. I mean, it's a very, very powerful thing, I think. And if, you have those struggles, you have to probably, take matters in your hands and try everything that you can to get better. I mean, I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know what to suggest, but it's
he had a whole a world of things going on. But by the way, so everyone jumps online throughout all this stuff. His big influence, and I kind of went online a bunch of times, Jonathan Winters. Oh my God, I haven't watched his comedy in a long time, but through this incident happening, have you guys seen any of? You just recently looked back at any of Jonathan Winters stuff?
Oh fuck! Paul.
We got to take this other call. We got to take this other call.
Hold on.
Oh jeez.
Oh shit! My father's coming in. Hello. Wait, hold on. The fuck is this guy talking? Wait.
Oh my God!
We're supposed to watch Jonathan Winters' YouTube clips.
I feel
now?
like we need to send someone over to his house and make sure he's there.
I don't see Percocets and bottles of beer.
I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. Scott from New York.
Well, I think he was saying that Jonathan Winters was obviously a big influence.
Yes, he was, because he was a brilliant improver. Yeah. Jonathan Winters. But I don't know if this guy was on drugs or. I think this.
He said he was.
He admitted it openly.
He said he took a bunch of Vicodins and drank some beer. Yeah.
Rich, you are a radio host. You need to listen.
I was listening. I thought he was saying that as a joke. I've done it in the past.
Oh, really? He goes, I took 4 Vicodins, some beer. Anyway, what I'm trying to ask about. Yeah, what a jokester this guy is.
Well, here's the deal.
Our zany callers.
I got a lot of things going on in my head, I got a lot of things going on, and just
you do,
yeah,
you do,
yeah, I do, and because I got to go to a screening for this Army movie tomorrow.
No. See, tomorrow it's in September. You don't ever listen.
I know, because you guys are all
the screening tomorrow is Jason Nash got married.
Yeah,
or is
but I got
married.
a lot going on, and I'm running this.
Okay,
and
go to Scott for God's sake.
I already went to Scott. He hasn't
Scott,
talked.
hello.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
How you doing?
How are you?
Thanks for taking the call. Before I ask my question, I just want to say I've been driving across the country for like 4 days, listening to a shitload of radio, and your show fucking rocks. You guys are awesome. I've never heard it before. It's so different.
You may never hear it again. It might not last.
You guys just like dive into the deep end. Like that addict call, nobody takes that call, and nobody calls into a show with that shit either. It's like, you do it so sincerely. I'll be listening again for sure. But all right, enough of that.
Okay.
So, I'm an aspiring stand-up. I want to get out there on stage and try it out.
Where are you driving from?
Wait, he's a truck driver.
From San Diego to Boston.
For a gig?
Are you a truck?
That's fucking...
No, wait, hold on. Let me break. Are you a truck driver?
No, I'm a medical student that was working for a month out there.
Oh, okay. And you're going back to Boston, which is a great city for comedy.
Yeah, I love Boston. I actually live in Worcester, not Boston, but I say Boston.
There's some rooms there, too.
Let me tell you a quick story about Worcester.
Oh, shit.
Right.
See, this is what happens.
Well, I got to tell you this. I was working there years ago when I was doing drugs. I met this waitress at Plums. We drove from Worcester to New York. We smoked fucking freebase all night. We had sex. Fucking smoking free, and I spent all my. I'm going to Boston. Up in that area for a week.
Was she a dime?
Well, she was a dime, and all I know is I spent all my money I made that week, smoke crack, and I had to drive her back to Boston, and I was done with my gig. I was done with my.
Fucking brutal.
How far is it?
Well, I was in New York.
4 hours.
I was in New York.
I thought Worcester.
I was in New York.
Worcester's 4 hours too.
Yeah,
Worcester's Mass.
I was in New York with all my money spent pretty much. My nose started bleeding, and I got to drive her back.
Why didn't you just put her on a bus?
You can't just, girl you had sex with all night and did coke with, go get on a bus.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't know where to get.
But you can when you're married to her.
Did you score when you get back to Worcester? There's a lot of smack in Worcester.
No,
Well, that sounds like a pretty typical Worcester story.
That's a Worcester story.
So go ahead. So
he's going to go back to Worcester.
A week later, I went to rehab. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so like when I hang out with my friends, we'll laugh our ass off. I'm up with premises that I think would work on stage. And I want to get to the point where I can get, I have no qualms about getting on stage and bombing, as I know I will the first 1,500 times. But I can't get, when I sit down with these premises and try and write something that I can use, I can't get from point A to point B. I know how to take a premise to a joke. All I have is these loose ideas, but I can't go up on stage.
So just form the ideas and then go up on stage and wing it. Have you ever been on stage?
Not for stand-up.
Step one.
Well, I think you shouldn't overwrite for your first couple of sets because you don't know what your thing is really going to be. You got to, if you memorize this stuff, it's not going to work probably that great. Sort of know what you want to talk about. Go on stage, try to get it out as best you can, and use your personality as much as you can in those first few. You can laugh and you can make fun of yourself, whatever, and then you'll start to sort of figure out what your thing is going to be. Like, are you going to be, like Dane Cook, or you're going to be like, give me somebody
Mitch
else.
Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg.
Right on. So you just go on stage with an idea, see where the laughs are, and then try.
When you're starting.
I don't do that, no. I mean, my process is I really write the stuff out, and then when I get on stage, I try to sort of remember what I wrote, but a lot of times, it just comes out a certain way. But,
right.
I sort of probably overwrite my material. Rich doesn't write it down at all, but you don't know what kind of comic you're going to be yet.
I write down like 4 words.
Yeah.
Right, but you don't write, I write out I'll write out the setup, then the punchline, then I'll write out the tags.
See, here's the thing.
Bonnie,
here's the thing real quick. I was working this weekend in Buffalo, and I've come to the conclusion, which I have many times, but really now, I'm a genius on stage, and that's
you told me that on our second date. But do you know that? And I was like, "Is this guy for real?" But it harkens back to what I was. I think that's why I'm with him.
This guy's mysterious.
I'm Canadian too, so you don't get too much that overconfidence is sort of looked down upon. And I was like, I can't believe someone's really saying that.
But no, as a comic, you've all seen me. I'm at a whole nother level.
You're great. You are fantastic.
I don't know what it is. I
know what it is.
What?
It's 45 years in the business.
Jesus Christ. If you're not seasoned now, you old dusty fuck.
Jesus, if you haven't
Holy shit.
hit your pinnacle, Christ. I don't know when it's going to happen.
If you're not comfortable doing a piece of material you've been doing since Reagan was in office.
First of all, I write new material all the time. I have
how many years
CDs.
Really have you been doing stand-up? 28 maybe?
30.
30
years.
I mean, that's a lot.
I still get nervous.
You would just jump on stage with an idea and then...
I wouldn't jump on. I would walk up.
Bonnie said one thing that was very important was if you go on, especially your first time, just trying to recite something you've memorized, it's not going to go too well.
It's going to be flat.
Because you're not going to realize when you get on stage, you know, depending where you're at, but for the most part, you won't be able to see. The light's very bright.
Balloons.
There's a lot of things that are going to be, that you're not going to think about when you're envisioning how great you're going to be. When
you're standing in front of the mirror in your room. It's very different.
It's the energy.
Balloons
is a little cold when you start. If your first joke doesn't work, you might start to get more insecure than you think that you would possibly get. You know, you're the only person facing that direction. You know, everyone else is staring at you. So it is like, I don't know. It's a big deal the first few times.
Again, I checked out of this conversation because you
don't remember the first time you were on stage. It was 100 years ago.
No, I do remember. Here's the reason why. Because
I like this guy. I want him to succeed.
So do I. I want him to succeed too. Because I'm going to San Diego next week, and I just came from Boston, so we have a lot in common. Him and I.
Dude, do you like to eat? Do you like food?
Do I like to eat? No.
That's his first stand-up bit. He's going to get an applause break with that.
Open with that, killer.
When I'm not pretending I'm a little Somalian kid, I like to eat.
Hey, who's from out of town? Anybody like food?
I love those fucking lobster rolls at the Oyster House in Boston.
Who has breakfast? Anyone?
Now he's a black comic. Who had? Yeah, I love those lobster rolls up in Boston, man. They're the fucking...
Oh, my God, you'll love this, Ben. So they have, like, fish tacos are huge in San Diego. But go to this place called Marisco's Alex. It's in a pretty shitty part of town called...
You better write that down. You're not going to remember
the
that.
octopus taco, like taco de pulpo, $4. Best meal you'll have in all of California. It's incredible. I went back and got another one right after I left.
Well, you're a rebel. You're out of control. Holy shit.
This guy, you can see, doesn't do things the way other people do.
I'm telling you, he went around the block and said, you know what, fuck this. I'm going for a second taco.
Most people would have bought a $200 flight to Boston. This kid's like, fuck it, driving.
I'm driving.
You're a maniac, man.
I'm driving with taco wrappers, and I'm throwing them in the back like fucking chicken bones in the original Getaway.
I had a full conversation with two Appalachian dudes today where I didn't understand a single word they said. Literally not one.
I'm getting on Torrey Pines. That's my goal. All right, listen.
Different San Diego.
Listen to me, fuck. Good luck, and we'll talk.
Get up in Boston, man. It's a good city to start in.
Right.
Good luck. Yeah. What's his name? We'll never know if we've ever encouraged. He might become famous. We'll never know.
He's
no way. He'll be out of the business in a year.
He's gonna be out of business by the time he hits Ohio.
Well, it's not. No, but what was his job before?
A truck driver, don't you listen?
No, he was medical supplies.
No, he was in medical supplies.
Medical supplies.
I know.
Look, he's got nothing to go back to.
Maybe he could stop off. Maybe he could stop off in Denver and work at the Comedy Works for that fucking C.
Look, it's like the people that were like. I feel bad for people that were like in corporate America. They had like, they had good jobs. They've got health insurance.
And don't even get into it. Ugh.
And they quit it all to become a stand-up comedian because they think. Why don't they do research?
I had a buddy that had a condo in La Jolla. He left to chase the comedy dream. Next place he moved into, he had 3 roommates. How the fuck?
But did he own the condo?
No, yeah, he owned the condo.
He sold it?
He sold it years later. Still owned it. Moved to Boston from San Diego like this guy and moved into a place with like 4 people.
I know.
How could you do that?
I know guys that were lawyers and quit.
Yeah, and then but what about the ones that were they have families? They've got families, and how do their wives must be incredible.
Did you dump him? Is he still on?
Who?
This guy?
I think I dumped him.
He sounded older, right, too? He sounded like in his late 20s?
No. Did he? I don't know. He's young to me.
I started when I was 28.
That's too old.
It's too old. I'm fucking genius.
Oh, sorry.
What's that? Who's calling you?
Have you ever done a radio show before?
You know what it is? I was supposed to do radio this morning. I set my alarm.
For PM?
For 8:30, and I actually set for PM, so now it keeps going off.
Wow, you're crazy.
I got up 15 minutes after I was supposed to be on the radio. Whoa. I jumped out of bed. I called him up.
She reminds me of this guy that eats tacos.
Someone's going to write a bit about that. Let's
Guys,
see.
you ever set it for PM instead of AM? Oh my, it'll really mess up your day.
And we eat the food? We got any foodies out there in the crowd?
Hold on. This guy from New Orleans wants to talk about this similar movie.
Hey, Rich.
Yeah, Phil.
Bonnie, I called last time, but I love the show, by the way.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask about, y'all's movie is about women in comedy. I was watching Showtime
it isn't.
and I watched this whole fucking documentary about women in comedy, and it had like Joan Rivers, and I'd heard you, Rich, talk about it on Opie and Anthony and everybody that was on it, and I thought it was y'all's movie. I was like, fuck yeah, they got it on TV. But after it was over with, I watched the credits, and it wasn't y'all's movie, so what the fuck? I mean...
Ours is better. Just trust us on this one.
Okay.
I'm sure they had a good movie, but theirs is probably just like a regular documentary. Am I right?
So you haven't seen it?
No, I didn't see it.
Well, I mean, it's like, I know, Bonnie, I know how you are about feminism and y'all's it's very one-sided, basically, and it's like, the typical fucking woman
empowered woman's documentary.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
We are funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this movie is funny. We don't have to say we're funny.
The one on Showtime is called Women Who Kill.
No, I don't think so.
No.
That's Amy Schumer's.
Yeah, this one was called. Fuck, I can't remember. But
fuck, I can't remember. That's not a good title. That is not a good title.
It's got a lot of the same, the same names I heard you guys talking about. But I was wondering if have y'all tried to take it to Showtime, or did they make theirs before y'all? Or
well, they said no to us, possibly because they had already knew they were going to have that movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you could pre-order our movie now, but listen, thanks. Yeah.
The worst.
Pre-order it on iTunes.
What?
Yeah, this is hilarious at getting rid of callers.
Well, he doesn't do. There's a smooth way to do it. While after they're done talking, when you're answering, then you let them go.
I like to say goodbye. I say
no,
thanks.
I know, but you can let them go and then sort of like answer their question when they're not on anymore, and then be like, okay, we'll talk to you later, see you, even though they're already gone.
No, listen to me. This is your problem. If you had company come to your house and they walked out, you wouldn't say goodbye?
I wouldn't have these people over to my house.
You wouldn't say goodbye?
We would have a fucking guy on 5 Percocets, another kid that's crazy and tacos. We'd have.
You guys have food?
Wait, you don't say goodbye after a phone call? I say goodbye to the callers. Thank you.
But listen, it's show business. This is what this is, believe it or not.
This is not
and have
show
you ever
business.
seen in a movie where they say
this is a step
have you ever seen in a
fucking...
I'll let it be what I want it to be in my head, okay? And have you ever watched a movie where they say goodbye on the phone? No, you don't.
Because they're not talking to anybody in the movie.
Oh,
they're acting.
That's the most ridiculous
Has your acting career ever worked out for you?
Oh my god!
They're not talking.
Oh, that's where they break down the whatever wall.
3rd wall, 4th wall, whatever
you see?
wall.
Yeah, thank you. I went through both of them in my head, and I was like, no.
I want to put my head through one right now. You two fucking idiots, stop yelling.
Jesus, how comfortable did he get?
Jeez, I know.
The fucking guy that came in and showing his
movie. You guys mind if I stay another hour?
I did not.
The guy that's showing his fucking movie to his mailman tomorrow. He's fucking...
It's a half hour because I think we know how well short movies do. Don't bother buying popcorn.
All right. Hey, Indiana.
Sure, it's fantastic.
Indiana, you're on the air. Who says that? Rich. From what state?
Hey, Rich, you're amazing.
Thank you.
You were at Morty's Comedy Club in Indianapolis.
That's where hold on. That's where my 4th CD was taped, and it'll be coming out soon. It's ready. I'm sitting at home with it.
141 IQ.
Yeah, I taped it at Morty's.
Took it on the internet.
What's that?
You took the test.
Go ahead.
We had a group of 4 in the front, and my buddy's wife is a total cunt. And you took her out.
Jesus Christ! I hope she doesn't have serious.
You know what this is? This is a guy who knows no one else is listening. This is like the most private call.
Wait, so what? Your friend's wife was a total C? Yeah.
She's an absolute bitch. In 10 seconds, you somehow picked it out. You pegged her and tore her apart. And it was brilliant. It was the most wonderful thing I ever saw. The things I could never say to her in person, you just nailed it, man.
But when you were laughing, weren't you feeling like, oh, this is going to come back to haunt me at some point? Like, no, did she get mad that you guys were all laughing at her?
I wasn't laughing. I was crying because he was so right about her.
Rich can do that. I got to give you credit, man. I've seen him size people up in like 2 seconds and just nail it on the head. Oh my
God. One time we were at, Raleigh. We were in Raleigh, and there was some woman in the audience who thought she was hot and flirty, like, those women that think they're good looking, so they need attention. And, you were like, you need conditioner. I don't know. You started making fun of her hair, and you were doing these. I mean, it just went on and on. It was so great. You were saying like, there was about to have some kind of a fight in the Old West, and one of those things we're going to roll by. A tumbleweed.
Yeah, it looks like a tumbleweed, old dusty.
I mean, it was, I can't do it justice. It was very funny, and it went on, and then she started playing with her hair. She put it up, she took it down, she put it up.
God.
She could not. And then she left and was in the bathroom, started crying.
She started, though.
And guess what? She left, and she yells at her boyfriend who's still sitting there. I guess it was just like a second date or something.
He stayed. But
she was yelling at him to come. I'm leaving, and he wouldn't leave. He was having such a good time.
Yeah, but she started. Now, when this happened at Morty's, was the girl's husband upset that I was?
Oh, no, because she just totally emasculated him for about 20 years. And she just recognized it and tore her apart. And she thinks she's she thinks she's the best and she thinks she's hot, and you knew it, and you just destroyed her. And I worship you for that moment. It was like 6 months ago, and I still have joy from it.
I will say this, and I don't give Rich compliments very often, but he is the best at crowd work. He is absolutely the best.
Thank you. I do that to Bonnie every night. That's what keeps her. I tear her apart. It's so true. And I build her up. She's like a Marine. She's my Marine.
He does, but it's like I've had to build up this, that's why people think I'm like Bonnie McFarlane, because I've had to, like, after years of being, it's survival.
You can't get into Bonnie. You can't. You've been trained, like you said. You've been fully trained. Yeah. It's not even worth it when you two idiots gang up on me. I just go after you because you're fucking everything just a flex of Cunty McFarlane.
And also yours are so soft in comparison. It's just like.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time, man.
Cotton candy coming at me.
The CD,
rainbows.
The CD will be somewhere soon, but it's from that weekend. So, talk to you later, man.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
Great.
See how I say goodbye? See how that this guy's been on hold forever. Let's put him on.
How can you get a movie in Canada? We don't know the answers to these questions.
No, not
yet.
that one.
Oh,
Nathan from Canada. I'm saying he's been on hold from the beginning. What a fucking dick I am. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Where do you live?
Edmonton.
Edmonton, who I just saw the owners of the club at the Montreal Festival. Call me, we'll get you in. Call me, Rick and his wife, Tammy.
Oh, they said Rick Bronson?
Yeah, Rick Bronson. Call me, we'll get you into the clubs. Or email me.
That'd be great. I would love to see you guys. I mean, we've had a couple of, a few really big acts come in. We just had Bill Burr, and it would be great to see you guys.
Yeah. Well, no, we love that area. We love it.
My sister lives in Edmonton.
Yeah, and we got married right there.
You know what the thing about Edmonton is that people don't realize? It's a very... I'm sorry.
It's just is that still your alarm?
Sorry,
Bonnie doesn't know how to work her alarm.
Do you keep hitting snooze? I think she keeps hitting snooze. It's going off
fucking idiot.
Every 9 minutes.
It's stupid. She doesn't know how to work her phone yet.
And excuse me.
We got married outside of Edmonton at the Nitskew Inn.
Oh, okay.
That's all you got is okay? They're dragging fucking elk across the floor.
It was a hunter's...
I was going to say, is it like a VFW?
I don't know. What my aunt was the manager or something at the time.
And you get married in an elk's lodge.
So she gave us a deal. My mom and my sister really put together the wedding because I'm a dude. And
we took our wedding pictures at a rest area.
They
serious?
Yeah.
Well, there was a nice part in the rest area by flowers and stuff.
When we were people, like, men were dragging dead deer through the hotel.
Elk.
Was it elk?
Yes.
No, it was
during
deer.
the ceremony?
Yes, it was elk.
That was a bridesmaid.
Because they had a big, huge, walk-in freezer or whatever where they would put their hunting stuff. It was like a hunting
Tell
lodge.
me, was it at least in the summer?
Yeah.
No, September. It was September.
Yeah, September 17th. I was like, I don't know when we got married, but you're right.
September 17th. Wasn't it cold?
It was a bit chilly.
So yeah, we don't have any plans to come up there, but I'm trying to get back to Edmonton. I like to get back there.
You don't go home and do shows, Bonnie?
I don't travel that much anymore because of I have a child.
Jeff. Is he still on?
I mean, I'll drive with her, but when I have to pay for a ticket, then sucks up all my money.
Well, I mean, you guys could hit like Edmonton, then Calgary, go to Vancouver. I mean,
thanks for the advice.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the geography
why don't
lesson.
you write up the fucking shows that we should do? Our Canadian tour.
Comedy map quest right here.
Any clubs in Alberta, Saskatchewan?
Yeah. I just did Vancouver.
Where do you go to school?
Where do I go to school?
Yeah.
No, she's talking to me.
No, where? What is his name? Nathan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not in school. I'm a elevator mechanic.
Oh, fuck. Do you know Otis?
Otis. I knew you were going to do an Otis joke.
Everybody does.
Everybody says that. Yeah, everybody says that name.
I know. It's fucking what a hack I am. I'm sorry. I am a fucking hack.
Why? Because are they all Otis?
Well, Otis
Let's
is
ask the elevator guy.
Most of them are.
Rich, I'm asking the guy who works on elevators.
He doesn't know you're asking him because you didn't ask him anything.
Are they all Otis?
They used to be.
And now?
Well, they were the huge company when elevators were.
I don't want the fucking biography.
We got Wikipedia for that.
Welcome to Elevator Talk. elevator talk.
Oh, this thing is heading down quickly.
Do you guys
is it just elevators or the escalators also?
Do you look down on escalator repair, man?
I know. He's making fun of me, Nathan, not you.
Hey, Nathan.
I want to reenact the opening scene from Speed right now. This fucking thing goes to the bottom.
Nathan, are you against stairs?
This is like, okay, do you know the thing about escalators, though? The guy who invented the escalator, he wanted it to move people fast, Yeah. Crowds of people. And then he didn't know that people were just going to stand on them and let it carry them up.
Yeah, what if a group of escalator men came into a bar after the show and your group came in? Would you guys have like a fucking standoff like West Side Story?
We're the same guys.
Same guys.
Oh.
Did you know
Nobody
that?
knew that.
I didn't know that.
Nobody knew that.
I did.
You bullshit.
How do you know it's bullshit?
No, that you knew
You
that.
didn't know.
Escalators and elevators, the same guy. There you
I
go,
knew
Nate.
that because I'm a blue-collar guy. A lot of my friends do that kind of work.
Do you know who invented the escalator, Nathan?
Who invented the escalator? There was a few guys that...
Jews, probably, my people. Because all we do is go up. We go up, up, up.
Well, escalators go down also. You know that, right?
Yeah, unlike you.
I was going to make the joke. I was going to make the joke.
So quick.
Dang it. All right, thanks, Nathan.
Thanks. We only got time
Canadians are cool.
Yeah, I like
He was friendly. He was friendly.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, God, get rid of them before
Nathan,
Rich the
Nathan.
dump them out.
I did. I just...
You want to ask about dumbwaiters?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Rich, fucking hang up on Nate. Nate, we love you, but see you later.
What's that?
He goes, do you want to ask about dumb waiters? Rich.
Hello? All right. This fucking board is tricky. I'm in love with a girl who is out of my league. Let's take this. This will be our last one.
This will be a good one for Rich to answer.
Ralph.
Hey, you most beautiful people.
What?
He hung up.
No, he couldn't have hung up. He
You
waited.
disconnected?
No, I didn't cut him off.
Maybe
He's calling from Utah.
I don't know.
What the fuck does that mean? Folks can't drop calls in Utah. Oh, Utah, #1 service in the country. 4 bars, no matter where you go.
I'll get this guy, Jeff, and then
He's gone.
We got to go. Jeff's gone?
No, Jeff. We only got 1 minute. Door plug. Jeff, we will let you know how to get the movie in Canada. We will find out next week.
I just want to hear his
You'll
voice.
get the movie. No, you'll get the movie in Canada, I promise.
Jeff, what do you sound like?
This weekend,
Jeff.
Bonnie, this weekend you'll be at McGuire's Friday.
Ronkonkoma,
Is
somebody
it Ronkonkoma?
said. That's what someone tweeted me, but it's
I don't know. What, you couldn't look
on
it
the
up?
LIE.
Why you couldn't look up where you're working?
It's Bohemian.
No, it's behind an Applebee's.
Yeah, that tells you a lot.
Look for an Applebee's.
I'll be at Uncle Vinny's Friday and Saturday. Then I'm going to head out to meet Bonnie at her hotel. And maybe we'll head out
And
to
we're
the
going to the
Hamptons.
Hamptons.
We're going to the
Visit
Hamptons.
some friends in the Hamptons.
We're going to go visit some friends. Ben will be showing his movie to a volunteer fire company in... no, what are you doing? You got any gigs coming up?
Yeah, Woonsocket Stadium Theater, the 22nd Friday night. If that guy that's driving to Boston wants to come, I'll leave you a ticket, man.
You were great. I'm glad that you came by. He was a fucking... He should be our third guy.
Like all the time?
Oh, I don't know. He's fucking... Because he's done it before.
Don't do this in front of me. Don't do this in front of me. You got an hour drive home through the tunnel, you idiot.
He's your friend. I mean, if you want him to...
We're out of here, folks. Pre-order Women Aren't Funny on iTunes under comedy. Thanks. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
It was a long fucking time ago. Yeah.
It's during Prohibition. There was a lot of things to be
before the women
anxious
had the
about.
right to vote. I know that.
So, okay, and then I got it when I was 40. I was I was living by myself in an apartment on the 3rd floor. I was not only major anxiety, depressed. I mean, I'm living in this place. I'm 40. My kids are now in school. I don't watch them in the day. My ex-wife.
When you were 40, they didn't know what anxiety was?
No, when I was, the first time I got it, the first time when I was 21.
Okay, gotcha.
I got anxiety. I thought I was losing my mind. I said to my friends, my roommates, I was going crazy, and they go, he needs a vacation. And I've told the story. They drove me to Florida, and then we got there, and I go, let's go home. And we went home the next day. We drove all the way to Miami. I was freaking out on medication. And then I put myself in the hospital. And then I got it again when I was 40, really bad. And I was sitting in bed at night, and I wasn't contemplating suicide. I was going, I got to go into
So you're divorced. You don't live with your kids. You see them all the time, but
they're in school now because I was watching them every day.
Right, but now,
so
but
my
I'm just
days
saying,
were full.
I'm just picture you're by yourself in this 3rd story apartment.
I just love how you have the same reaction thinking your life is like in a place you don't want it to be, as if you just made a bogey on the golf course. You freak out the exact same way for as long as I've known you.
Right. No, he has the
sucking down the Nicorette gum on the golf course, freaking out.
Well, that's a triple, not a bogey. Okay, so and we're getting calls already. This is unbelievable. And we haven't even given out the number. The number to call in is 866-969-1969. That's 866-969-1969. Sirius 206 XM103. This is also on demand. Comes on, I think, on a weekend on demand. So anyhow, and let me get through this quick. When I was 40 with major anxiety. I mean, I go, well, I got to put myself in a hospital or I got to quit comedy, but it passed. So now depression, I don't know. I mean, I get depressed. You cannot not get depressed in this business. How could you not get depressed as a comic? But when you have everything, we get depressed because of the business. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We get depressed because of the business. Now, other depression, who knows? You know what I mean? I don't get that. I don't know if you get it. Other depression besides it.
I get depression that doesn't have anything to do with anything. I mean, it doesn't seem to have any outside forces.
I mean, it's just
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ben, but you're really not important. Okay, what we're talking.
You could call her a bitch. No one likes
the obvious, Rich. Come on now, I'm above that.
So I'm just saying, I don't know what these people do.
You remember what my album's going to be called?
Yes,
Bonnie McFarlane.
Bonnie McFarlane.
That's platinum.
That'll go platinum.
They don't even have to listen to it. They're just going to buy it because of the name. All right. We'll take one call and then we'll introduce our guest and give a little background on our friend Ben. Let's see. Recently lost my wife in a fire. I want to talk to these guys about. Oh, I can't take that first.
Go to Jason. I think it's our friend Jason Nash who calls him.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, he recently lost his wife in a fire. Hold on. Hello, is this Jason?
Hey guys, Jason.
How you doing?
Why do you come up with these?
I couldn't think of anything to get past the screener. I thought now's what came to my head.
You don't have to get past the screener. I don't know if you think it's some kind of skill testing situation. You just have to go, I want to talk to him.
Yeah.
I got to say hi.
He goes, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
That's it. But doesn't that's bad karma to say I lost somebody in a fight? Like,
depends. Maybe he doesn't like his wife. So.
No, he said
on stage, routine. And you were in the back of the room with the baby after you did your set, and you two had a dialogue going on stage, which was funny. So I stayed.
Okay, so question.
But I thought you had another set. You had to run off too.
I was probably closing the second
I'd normally be doing 20 minutes here up front, but I run out.
Okay, so then you started tweeting me or emailing me.
I tweeted you once that we should play golf.
Yeah, and I didn't remember you from there. I just figured you were just some dude. We ended up playing. We had a good. Where did we play? In Jersey?
What do you do? Look at his picture and
I think
you just with strangers. You're going to go golfing.
Did we play? I was at Princeton.
I was at Princeton, and you
took you to Yasa Polana.
No, I drove to Neshannock to meet you.
Okay, so
I knew I was going to be in your neck of the woods, and I said, "Hey,
so
man,
we played, and then this dude is so fucking good in golf. I mean, there's like a couple comics I play with that are beyond, like this guy Court McCarran from L.A. And you and Dunkelman's not bad. Dunkelman used to be the co-host on American Idol.
Yeah,
the first season.
With Seacrest, right?
Was Seacrest, and then he got fired or quit. And I love playing with
Originally,
Dunkelman.
the Seacrest out. He was always just pointing to Dunkelman.
Yeah.
He's a Seacrest and then out.
Yeah, and I love playing with Dunkelman because he was more miserable than me. I mean, he was on Idol.
Impossible. Impossible.
So then I played with Ben, and you just
How
a
come
great
it says Jason is still on the thing? You didn't let him go.
I did.
You didn't make out with him.
I got rid of him. Yeah, he's gone.
Okay, so what happens? Dunkelman.
Started playing golf, and we did some gigs together. But this guy shows me pictures, and he bangs the hottest girls on the road when he's single, if he doesn't have a girlfriend.
Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend now?
Not right now. No.
So okay. You're banging hot girls?
They're like 10. They're 10s and 12.
I don't get it. How you do that.
He's
I mean, girls.
looking.
First of all,
wait, tell the truth.
I never was attracted to attractive guys. So I mean, there you go. That's
you don't think he's good looking?
Was that a compliment? I'll take it as a compliment.
It's not.
Like, he's like a good looking guy.
Hang on, let me show you my fancy haircut that I've been really working on for a while. It's
he looks like he could be on TV, right? Definitely.
Yeah, but there's a lot of dudes on TV that aren't.
He's an MTV. He's got a good look.
I'm average looking. It's a mix between manipulation and confidence that I've found a way to weave that into a decent sex life.
Just fucking. Now
well, what do you say? What's your game, Mike? What do you say?
I
to the
don't even
ladies?
know. I just let it. Usually it's booze. It's a lot of booze.
That's cheating.
It is cheating.
You know that?
No, usually I am under the influence of booze to give me that confidence.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I often throw in something sexual. Like right off the bat, I'll be like, I bet you like your hair pulled. And I often do it in that deep, raspy, creepy voice. And then and they almost always, at least I notice it. And then they usually go, how'd you know that? And then it's floodgates open.
Oh, it's grossing me out
it grosses,
hear him.
Bonnie, it grosses me out, trust me, to realize this is the person I've become.
But look, if they were porkers, I wouldn't mind. But these girls are. Do you have any pictures?
What? I don't need to. I know what a hot girl looks like.
She knows
all
what a hot
right,
girl looks
Jesus.
No, but I mean, I'm not talking like.
Oh my God, I don't care.
Well, guess I'm not posting this on my Facebook for my mom to listen to.
Right, hold on.
I'm all of a sudden supposed to be like, oh, great. So you bang hot girls?
Yeah, and it's another reason.
How amazing.
We were talking about depression earlier. It's another reason I'm chronically depressed.
All right, so hold on.
You're chronically depressed?
No, but I go through moods where I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And it's always either career or running around sexually.
How old are you?
32.
Yeah, at some point you got to fucking find.
I got to stop doing this. It's not cool anymore.
Well, because what it is, it's almost like masturbation. Because after you bust a nut,
why does everything have to say like Robin hanged himself? Like, why can't they just say he died? Like, it's the most salacious headline they always have to go with.
Rope burn.
Oh, that's good with the song. What a good song to start off a podcast. Obviously, the big news, is Robin Williams, and everybody has talked about it. Every radio station I've turned on, they talked about it. I wish they should talk about it because he's an icon.
You've got a picture of yourself with Robin Williams. No doubt you've already tweeted it.
And put it on Facebook. Yep. Last night I saw 10,000 comics with a picture. I met him once. He was standing outside Stand Up New York. And I walked outside and I said, where do I know you from? And he was a nice guy,
Well, that's the recurring theme of every single person is that he was just a kind and generous individual.
Well, he helped support. He was roommates. That's a famous story, and I forgot it already.
Oh, good. Thanks.
A college roommate with somebody, and they said if either one of us are down in our luck in life, we'll help each other out. Who was it?
Martin Short?
Nah, it was somebody.
Just taking a stab at it.
Okay,
I feel like it was Martin Short.
Here, let me tell you about radio. You don't talk until we introduce you. That's how it works here.
This is your friend, Rich.
I know. Our friend here, Ben Haig.
He's wandering around the halls.
But we're going to get to him. He's a great guest. He's a good friend of mine, and he's got, let me tell you, he fits the whole profile of the show.
Are we going to segue out of?
Well, I'm just saying it's sad.
Sadness, Robin Williams.
Yeah, it's sad. Name your two favorite Robin Williams movies. Your two favorite.
Well, of recent years, it's World's Best Dad.
What's in that? How good was that?
That was so good. And just dark and weird.
And what's his name? What's his name was the
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Bobcat Goldthwait directed it.
Yeah.
It was such a good movie. It was so dark and funny, and also. The World According to Garp had to be, to me.
But that's another thing about Robin is that he did that movie probably as a favor to Bobcat. They're probably friends.
Yeah.
I'm just speculating. But, I mean, that was a small movie for him to do.
Yeah, but he was great. He probably wanted to do it because the part was so good.
Right.
And the kid was, did you see the movie?
Mm-mm.
It's so dark and good. There's a lot of movies like that.
And then my number two is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes.
I don't know why I just like movies like that. They're so funny. Birdcage was good too. I like those kind of funny movies.
Birdcage is up there. That movie was Nathan Lane was great in that movie, and so was Cesaro.
Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria was great.
They're going to say Hangman, like you were already giving him a moniker. I was like, it's too early.
No. Too soon, Rich. Too soon.
There's no cold yet.
Sorry.
I mean,
we're still mourning.
No, I'm not. Any comics I made jokes last night, don't try to be fucking edgy and look at me. I'm making, that's what he would have, you know what I mean? The dude has a family, he has a wife, he has kids, they gotta read this shit, and that's what pisses me off, It's sad when anybody does that because
because clearly it's mental illness, yeah. Like yes. His life, I think everybody would agree. I mean, I don't know his personal life, but he was obviously an Academy Award winner. He had a lot of money.
Beloved, money, family. A lot of people you hear saying, "Oh, what the hell could have been going on?" You don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
When I had the worst anxiety I've ever had, when I was 21, when I put myself in a hospital. This is when I was 21 and had anxiety. They didn't know what it was. They just thought you were crazy.
Right, because this was what was this? 1892.
He is like, promise you,
Rich. She was selling mouth. Bottom line, selling mouth.
First of all, every time I met Jason, he's a nice guy. And it doesn't matter because we were married, but I promise you, Bonnie banged him. I know Bonnie.
Rich. No, not at all.
I banged a lot.
We never even went on a date or anything. Like it never went beyond that.
Listen, Jason, all you had to do was say she was funny, and you could have.
But he never said that. He said women aren't funny.
Oh, you dummy!
Oh, you idiot!
All you had to do was say she's funny, drop a load, and then get in your car and go. Oh, I was. You know what I mean?
I'm your wife.
I'm talking about before we were married, not now.
Oh my God! Though
when you were Bonnie McFarlane way back, way back.
Huh? All right, listen, before we hang up,
one more time.
2 more things. Your plugs one more time, and then we need from you two of the most overrated comics in your opinion.
In your opinion.
Oh, come on.
You don't have to do it.
Okay, or 2 of the most underrated.
Underrated? Bonnie McFarlane. Rich Voss.
Thank you.
I knew it.
I know.
This guy is. You live in L.A. and it fucking shows.
I know L.A. They have no.
I'm so scared.
I have to think about it. For it.
No, you're right.
Yeah. No, I don't want you to burn any bridges. We don't want you to burn any bridges.
Things are going very well. Very well right now.
All right.
So tomorrow, Bell House, Brooklyn, $8 or at jasonnashfine@gmail.com.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Is that why you titled the movie? Because I said women aren't funny?
It's all because of it. It goes. I might have written the initial article because of that.
All right.
I'm not sure.
Can you fucking get rid of him?
Okay. Thanks for calling. I have to make out with him to make him stop.
I'll talk to you later. All right. He's really a good guy. All right. Let's introduce. Here's the deal. We weren't going to have a guest tonight. Then we were and we weren't. And I saw my friend in the hall, Ben Haig. Ben, who I first met, he tweeted me, "Let's play golf." He was still. Oh, no. We met.
Oh God! Here's another story where Bonnie hates everyone the first time she meets
Rhode
them.
Island.
Yeah, we met. We were working at Catch a Rising Star in Rhode Island.
Our friend Jacqueline Novak was the MC. She drove so far every night to do. Well, actually, somebody didn't show up as the MC, so she ended up being the MC.
For $25, they never sent her.
They never paid her.
Yeah, the place is closed down now because of that, so there you go.
They're closed.
Well, also, we were drinking, and then they gave us the drinks for free, remember? Yeah. And then they handed her a bill at the end of the night.
And she was the host.
Yeah, and never got paid.
Okay, so Ben, what happened? Ben came in. At some
point during this thing, and you knew Jacqueline. Did you know her before?
I did know Jacqueline, yeah. But that was sort of a home club for me, I guess, at the time.
And you walked in like it was your home club. And didn't ask me, didn't ask you, can I do a guest spot? Just came in and in the green room, cruised into the green room, and said, I can't even believe you're the same person, actually, because you seemed so like
confident, cocky.
Yes, like the world. Maybe the world has crashed down on you a little bit or something.
Back then I was on a hot streak.
But you go. I'm only gonna do a couple minutes because I got another set I gotta get to. Like anybody was begging you to stick around.
Oh, what an asshole I was. Ugh.
And we didn't watch him, did we?
He didn't even talk to me. He couldn't could have cared less.
I said hello. I know I said hello.
Did he talk to me?
I stayed and watched because you went up on stage with the baby. And
I did not go up on stage with a baby.
No, you had. Sorry, you had. Rich was on stage. No, wrong. All right,
Thank you.
Rich. Sorry, it's like 8 years ago.
I was breastfeeding back then while I did my stand-up.
I love my way. I couldn't think of anything. That was what came to my head.
But you made a movie about your married life, didn't you?
Yeah, I made a movie about it. And it's funny you bring it up, Bonnie.
Let's get to it.
Yeah. Where's it screening? What time is and the title of the movie?
The title of the movie is Jason Nash is Married, and it's at the Bell House in Brooklyn tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
Is it free tickets or is it?
It's $8, but if somebody wants to email me, I can try to put them on the list. Jason Nash Fine.
You could try to put them on the list.
Wait, you just cut off his email.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't hear.
JasonNashFine@gmail, and I'll try to put a couple of My Wife Hates Me fans on the list, just because I'm such a big fan of the show, and I feel a kinship with Bonnie. You know, we're first-time directors.
We had a classic. Do you know this about Jason and I? We did not like each other,
but you ended up fucking him.
No.
No. He's a good-looking guy.
Yes, but
he's tall, isn't he? Blonde.
Sounds handsome.
We were on a TV show together where he was playing a character but instigating me.
Yeah.
And I got mad.
And I said women aren't funny in character, and obviously I do think women are funny. She got really mad. I
didn't get mad in a way but I was about to go on and do stand-up on a TV show, so I just left the green room because you were being kind of abusive as that character.
Yeah, but you're a comic. How do you not get it?
It's not that I didn't get it. I tried to be funny back a little bit, but there was no, this guy was in character. He was like, what character were you playing? A gym teacher?
I was
a guy that has
a Boston gym coach.
A Boston gym coach.
My racist Boston gym coach that I used to have and used to talk and make fun of the Indian kid.
So it was funny when he did it on the show, but backstage I was just trying to prepare my material and stuff.
Bonnie's right. I was trying to do like an Andy Kaufman thing, and it wasn't fair to her, really. I was young and stupid. I didn't know what I was doing.
But we made up before I went on. Is that true?
Oh my God, yeah. So then I'm finally like really going after her, and she just leans over and kisses me, and it was. I don't know what to say about it, Rich. I respect you a lot.
Wait. I kind of bailed out of this story a long time ago.
Totally checked out.
I checked out. I was reading the board to see
the only way I could get him to stop.
I was going to take next, and then I hear she kissed me. Why did you make kiss him?
I didn't know how to make it stop.
Wait, you made out with him?
I mean, I wouldn't call it a makeout.
But he's married.
It was a makeout.
No, guys are so weird. I mean, it wasn't a makeout.
It's a defense mechanism.
It was like to be silly.
It's strung it through the whole episode. Jimmy Pardo hosted it.
Yeah.
Bonnie did stand-up. I did a character. And in between, it's me and Bonnie going at it till finally the last segment, she makes out with me. And it was good TV. I mean,
because they had cameras in the green room. See?
Did you get hard when she was making out with you?
I didn't get hard, but I gotta say she's something else, Rich. I mean, she's.
I don't know.
What did he say?
Something else. You are just something else.
I thought he said she sells mouth.
Well, because she
sells mouth, Rich. I didn't know if that was a saying.
The reason I'm asking, because I haven't kissed her in years, so I want to know how she still kisses.
Not still. This was way before I met you.
Oh, I thought this was a TV show you did.
No, not when we were married. No, that was a situation where we were just both. Well, actually, Jason, you were on the show, and I was a writer on the show. But Jason was also a writer on that show.
Somebody's flustered.
I didn't want him to think I'm making out with people as a joke while we're married. That never happened.
Oh, you made out with him before we got married?
First of all, I would just like to clarify that I don't consider it a makeout to me.